Sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
We got a jam-packed Thursday. Welcome in, everybody. Evan and Tiki. For the next 4 hours, we will explore which toxic relationship in New York sports is worse, Cat versus Brunson or Soto versus Lindor. Evan Neal drops a thirst trap, an April Fool's joke I really, really liked, and Yankee fans, something off the field that should really excite you about this team. But yesterday was a dichotomy in New York sports. A dichotomy in New York sports. I don't know. Close. It was like a mixture of stuff in New York sports in terms of the Yankee fan, rightfully so, being giddy about Cam Schlittler, who deals yet again, and they hold on and beat the Mariners, and they come home to Yankee Stadium after an incredibly successful 5-1 road trip. And then you've got the Mets, where the lack of clutch hitting continues, and Francisco Lindor played with his head up his rear end. So I ask you, Tiki, as the ultimate of IBOs,
yes,
of those three things, Schlitler and the Yankees' dominance, Lindor's head up his ass, Mets' lack of clutch hitting, which is the biggest story of the three that you want to dive into first?
I think it's the Cam Schlittler stuff.
Damn right.
Look, ultimately, Lindor's going to be fine. He's proven over the course of his career that he is an elite shortstop. So not knowing that there was only 2 outs, or no, there was only 1 out.
He thought there were 2 outs.
There was only 1 out. And what was that, the third inning?
First inning.
First inning,
That's
right.
what made it so crazy.
Right. Well, I almost, it's weird because I almost wanted to excuse him. I feel like somebody must have been like, 2 down, 2 down.
Who, him?
I don't know. Somebody said it, and he just heard it. And in his mind, because he was so casual, just, hey, it's a double play ball. What are you doing? And he just walked towards the mound. So, but that's not him. He doesn't do that. He's not boneheaded. Now, he had a boneheaded, pickoff in the 6th inning as well. But who knows what was going on with him? But we know that's not him. Like, I'm not worried about Francisco Lindor not being an astute baseball player. The fact that the Mets don't hit is troublesome, but we always see this.
Right.
We saw it all of last year, and then eventually they came alive and at some point, and then they faded at the end. But that's a common refrain, common problem that you talk about. What Cam Schlittler is doing is special. And while we talk about how good Nolan McLean is, probably hyperbolic from you over-optimistic Met fans, how we talk about how good this Yankee rotation could be, Cam Schlittler could be the best one in it, which is something that I don't think we thought could be possible this quickly. And so you can't help but be enamored by how dominant he looks in his first 2 outings of 2026.
I think you know this about me. I am a sucker for dominant pitching.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why.
That's why you're obsessed with Jacob deGrom.
I was obsessed with Jacob deGrom because he was must-watch TV. And I think as a Met fan, I've actually been spoiled over the years that they've had a lot of this.
Right.
They had the magical year of R.A. Dickey, a couple of years of Matt Harvey. I'm too young for Doc Gooden, but I know the stories of Doc Gooden, and obviously it goes all the way back to Tom Seaver. And starting pitching to me is an event. And the New York Yankees, and this is not a knock on Garrett Cole. It's not a knock on CC Sabathia. It's not even a knock on Roger Clemens and Mike Messina. Those are all great pitchers who all ultimately are Hall of Fame pitchers in my mind.
Right. Even if they're not in the Hall of Fame.
But all of them, right, in my mind,
yes, I know what you mean.
All of them were different in this regard. They came from somewhere else. Right? You brought them in with these huge expectations, but they came from somewhere else. And I admit this, when you develop someone, when you watch them grow, it's special. And I am going to be the IBO to say this, because I think if Sean says it or Big Mac says it, there's a shilly factor to it. I'm going to say it as an IBO. This is must-watch TV. He is must-watch TV. And I know it's only 16 starts.
Yep.
But you know what? When it was only 16 starts, we as Met fans said Happy Harvey Day. When it was only 16 starts, I was falling in love with Jacob deGrom. And you mentioned the name Nolan McLean. It's only been 9 for Nolan McLean, and Met fans are in love. The New York Yankees haven't developed a pitcher like this in for like ever.
Yeah.
And so it's only 2 starts, but it's more than 2 starts. You got to look at the playoff game against Boston. That's a factor here. That matters here. He showed the cojones on the biggest stage.
Right.
So I'm going to co-sign it. Like, if I'm a Yankee fan, I'm pinching myself watching this kid pitch because he's mine, he's homegrown, he's young, and I got to tell you, man, the sky truly is the limit. Like, he could be everything you guys are fantasizing about right now, because why not? He throws 1,000,000 miles per hour. He's got balls of stone.
Right.
He's got guts. His windup even. Like, I found myself, because my back is feeling better, I found myself imitating the windup in my TV room the other day. It's
right?
so smooth. It's so silky. And so I don't need to give permission to anybody, but I give you permission, Yankee fans. Go nuts! He's that good.
I'm going nuts over this. Evan, you just hit on something. You know, it's very rare, and I know this is going to sound arrogant, but it's also true. It's very rare. I'm 38 years old, that I could see something new that I haven't truly seen as a Yankee fan in my life, right? Like, every generation has their Judge, their Jeter. The Mets are the pitching team in town. The Mets are the team synonymous from Seaver to DeGrom and all the years in between with talking about the big pitchers coming up. The Yankees always bought their pitchers. And yes, Andy Pettitte was homegrown and I loved him, but this was different.
Well, hold on. Andy Pettitte, let's be fair, was 30 years ago.
That's true, too. But my point is, even then, as much I love Andy Pettitte's one of my favorite players of all time and everything, but that's literally how long it's been. So you don't see this. And it's not just, hey, wow, he looks good. Man, maybe he'll turn out to be Ian Kennedy. That playoff game versus Boston last year was his stamp of arrival to the rest of Major League Baseball, that I am not just some kind of accident that has stumbled into the Yankees. I am a legitimate ace in the making. And what he's parlayed that into in the start of this year, where he survives the little lat strain injury, too. We thought that was going to be worse news because that's where he used to. Comes out these first 2 starts, and it's effortless. It's economical. The pitch count, the way he's just going through things. The sky's the limit, and he has the arrogance, swagger, and bravado to just keep creating this fake hate around it, too. I'm head over heels. I'm full bloom love. I'm Dave Gettleman for Saquon Barkley here for Cam Schlittler, and I don't know how any of the Yankee fan could think differently.
15 strikeouts, 0 walks, 11 2/3 innings. The only negative isn't his fault. It's really Aaron Boone and the Yankees' fault, and that's the fact that they're restricting him.
Right.
They're being very careful with him because of the lat strain that you mentioned that delayed a tad bit of his start in spring training, and that's why you see Aaron Boone coming out to the mound with a pitch count that feels way too small.
Yeah, he could have got 2 more batters and gotten out of that inning. Let's be real.
No doubt, but deep breath. You know, you take a deep breath because you realize it is early in the season, and you have to protect him at all costs. But I believe that he's just different. Like, I made a list. Before the show. You know what that list is?
What's that?
All the homegrown pitchers Brian Cashman developed. And he's been here for a long time. And the list is so unimpressive. And I think that's a part. I'm not doing this to kill Cashman. I'm doing it to remind you that's a part of why you're excited. I'm going to go through it real quick. You give me your first thoughts on each guy. Chen-Ming Wang.
Liked him, but unfortunately for him, got hurt.
Yeah, fell off the rooftop. He got injured running the bases in Houston back in the old days where pitchers used to hit. Phil Hughes, remember him?
Yeah, never was the prince that was promised.
Ivan Nova, pretty good.
Yeah, could have been better.
The best one of the bunch was Luis Severino.
Sevy, yeah.
And unfortunately for him, he just fell off. He couldn't stay healthy.
Well, then he got hurt. Yeah, exactly.
And, ultimately.
He became expendable.
Yeah, and now he's gone. Now he's struggling in Vegas. Well, Sacramento, technically. Domingo Germán, who outside of one incredible moment that everyone forgets.
Yeah, had his demons too, which hurt his career.
Yeah. Jordan Montgomery, who ultimately didn't work out. You guys trade him for Harrison Bader. And one guy who I will put.
Because he wasn't going to get postseason starts.
That's the reason, yes. And Bader ended up doing really well in the postseason. And then finally, one other guy that we put on the side for now is Luis Heel, who still has a chance to be really good.
Clark Schmidt, too.
Clark Schmidt.
He was Rookie of the Year.
Oh, no, absolutely. And that's why I put him on the side to say.
But he's dealing with, he dealt with an injury, and now he's got to get back to that Rookie of the Year form.
And the Yankees didn't have enough confidence in him to break camp with him in the rotation. Look, Luis Heel can still be great. I'm just saying it's undecided yet with him. Same thing with Clark Schmidt coming off of an injury. Brian Cashman hasn't developed a stud.
Well, can I argue then?
Go ahead.
Wouldn't you say then that Brian Cashman didn't need to develop a stud?
No, I would say that Brian Cashman didn't develop a stud, so he needed to sign big-time free agents.
No.
That's what I would say. The reason they had to sign Garrett Cole and CeCe Sabathia was that.
So think back to then. So the 08, 09, CeCe Sabathia comes in, even before with
All those years with Clemens
exactly
and
Clemens,
Cone.
etc. They had money to spend.
Yeah.
They wanted to spend money. If they wanted somebody, they would just go get them.
Sure.
What have we talked about for the last 4 years with the Yankees? The Steinbrenners don't want to spend money anymore.
Well, they do on starting pitching.
Hal doesn't want to spend money anymore.
Right.
So you almost have to give credit to Brian Cashman for pivoting to development when before he could just buy.
Yeah, but he's been buying recently.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
did buy
Max
Max
Fried,
Fried.
Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon.
I know, but he also has developed.
No,
He has.
Well,
Because
recently.
there's three guys you just mentioned.
Absolutely. Recently. And that's a recent thing for Brian
That's
Cashman.
what I mean. He evolved because he knows that Hal's not spending money
No,
anymore.
I disagree with that part because they've spent on pitching. Look at the money they've spent on Carlos Rodon and Max Fried and Garrett Cole.
I hear what Tiki's saying because now you just mentioned, like, if you put Heel, Schmidt, and Schlitler was on a different level on the hopper, it is different. But I would also argue this. At this time last year, we knew Cam Schlittler was good. We heard the rumblings of the farm system. Yeah. I'm not even sure Brian Cashman thought he'd be this great.
No, I don't think so. I don't. And
well,
look,
he was 23 years old. Now, he was 24 last year at this time.
but also, and let DeGrom be our guide on this, sometimes the guys who turn out to be amazing don't come up ballyhooed as the top of top prospects.
Good point.
Right.
Like Jacob DeGrom didn't come up here to the Mets many years ago. It's been 12 years now as a top prospect. Same thing with Cam Schlittler. But the reality is, forget about prospect rankings. Forget about what the experts tell you. Your eyes tell you the kid has a chance to be great.
Yeah.
That's what your eyes tell you. And I do not think it's an overt exaggeration 2 starts into a season. And the reason it's not is because of the playoff game against Boston. The reason it's not is because the starts he made last year.
Right.
Like, this isn't new. This is not over-exaggerating to a couple of games. And I admit, and maybe it's he's 6'6", maybe it's the windup, maybe it's the velocity.
I think it's the leg kick.
The leg kick.
The leg kick is just up in his chin.
He feels
Right.
like must-watch TV. And
Yeah.
I'll give you an example where he was for me yesterday.
Because
Like,
it looks it. Not only is he doing it, but it looks impressive.
it's just everything about it does.
It almost reminds me of Clayton Kershaw when Clayton was at his height. Like his windup was so unique and just it felt
a right-handed Kershaw.
But he's not a right-handed Kershaw. But I'm just talking about Kershaw's
I get
delivery.
that. I
It's
get
so like awkward and just how's your back not falling apart?
Right.
But he was dominant.
No, he was great.
And so you couldn't help but notice it. Doc was the same way with his Gumby arm. Like, you know what I mean? So when you see something unique like that and it's good, you can't you remember it.
And he's infected me. And I'll tell you exactly how. So yesterday, I watched the Met game. I get home a little bit late after our show. Game was delayed by rain, and I just wanted to focus on the Mets. So even when the Yankee game started, I wouldn't start it because I was still behind on the Met game. I didn't want it to be spoiled. I knew I was going to do a Rico right after. And so I decided I'm just DVRing it. Like, as soon as I'm done with the Rico, I want to watch the Yankees. But normally with the Yankees, when I DVR them, I don't mind if I get spoiled. Like, if you tell me something happened, it's not the end of the world. I'm doing the Rico.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes.
That's what Hoff spoiled. He spoiled the jazz thing.
So all of a sudden on the Rico, randomly, Pete Hoffman brings up Jazz Chisholm getting picked off. Right? He pulled a Francisco Lindor.
Right. For those who haven't listened to the Rico, Evan was going off on Francisco Lindor.
Yes.
Being a bonehead, playing with his gloves and getting picked off.
Well, by the way, you don't have to listen to the Rico. The audio quality's terrible. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Trust
anyways,
me.
you're going
I'll
off
get
on
to
it.
Lindor.
Chisholm!
So he tells me Chisholm gets picked off, and I'm like, Hoff, you're pissing me off. Don't spoil the Yankee game. Now, I normally never say that. The reason I said that is because I need to watch this man pitch. He is must-watch TV. I am obnoxiously giddy about young pitching. I love pitch. I wouldn't even say young pitching. I love pitching. If you give me an ace, if you give me a stud, I want to watch. And with all due respect, like, Garrett Cole's great. He's not must-watch TV. Like, CC Sabathia was great, Tiki. He's a Hall of Famer. To me, he was never must-watch TV. I know that's weird to explain.
It depends on how the emotion was against the team he was playing.
Yeah, maybe.
If he was pissed off and he might beat up somebody, yeah, you had to watch that.
On a different level. And
Yes, I know.
I don't mean to
I know
knock
what you mean.
CC or Garrett Cole for that. I'm just being honest. Like, they never were must-watch TV to me. This guy is. And he's the first Yankee that I really feel this way about. I mean, probably if I'm being fair, since Roger Clemens, because I do think Roger always possessed.
You have a crush on Cam Schlittler.
I mean, I'm admitting it.
Wow.
He's danced around it. He sort of referenced it.
What?
You think this is the closest we've seen since the DeGrom arrival in New York?
Well, I mean, I think Nolan McClain still has a chance to be great.
Stop with the
What?
Nolan McClain.
What?
He's not there yet. He's not close to being there.
And it's not a knock on Nolan McClain, but it's
Yes.
the path and the unexpected path. You hinted on it. You're in love because you see DeGrom and Schlitler. Just say it. Just say it.
I see DeGrom and Schlitler.
You do. I can see it in your eyes, and that's why it's must-watch TV for you.
Why can't you just accept that as an IBO, I'm admitting how brilliant the kid is and how much I want to watch him instead of turning it into he's Jake? Like, why do we even have to do that?
You have your IBO hat on right now.
Yeah.
I do
So I'm
have
asking you to put your IBO hat on. Does he remind you of Jacob DeGrom's arrival in New York?
No, and I'll tell you why. There's a big difference. Part of why I fell in love with Jacob DeGrom was he was disrespected by Met fans. They always thought the other guy was better.
Okay.
Right.
You guys are not doing that. You guys, as Yankee fans, are as in love with Cam Schlittler as I was with DeGrom that no one else was.
Maybe it's just something about our fan base.
Well, no, I don't think you have other arms that you're like, as great as your pitching is, you don't have other arms you're drooling over the way Met fans were drooling over Matt Harvey and Noah Syndergaard.
You know what he's saying?
What?
The Yankee fan is more informed.
That's exactly
That's exactly what he's saying.
No, I'm saying the Mets had more brilliant
No,
pitching.
he's saying the Met fan is too stupid to know what they're actually seeing.
You know, you guys
you're insulting your own fan base.
You guys
Evan.
are something else.
Jeez.
You hear that, Rico listeners? He doesn't like you.
Yes. Just like you Net fans. You know he loves the Knicks.
Oh, yeah, now you really can't piss me off. Come on now.
Nobody roots for the Nets. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I'm just commenting, I think, an honest way about this man. And him and Max Fried are off to a brilliant start. Now, as far as the Mets are concerned, I think that Carlos Mendoza missed out on a really big opportunity. Francisco Lindor had his head up his ass.
Yeah.
I was annoyed about it yesterday. Am I over it now? A little bit. And we all get it. Lindor should have known how many outs there were. It's inexcusable in the first inning of a baseball game to not know how many outs there are. And then he gets picked off.
Yeah.
But Carlos Mendoza missed out on such a big opportunity. And you know what that opportunity is?
What's that?
Was to bench him. And the reason I say that
Bench
is,
him?
yeah.
Can you do that
Yeah.
this early?
I think you can.
You're
Here,
6 games into the season. This guy was right up there in the MVP voting a couple years ago. He was almost your captain.
Yeah.
Can you bench him after 6 games?
I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
Francisco Lindor can handle it. Much like Tim Duncan handled Greg Popovich publicly reaming him in front of his teammates. The way Tom Brady handled getting publicly reamed by Bill Belichick during team meetings. The same way you probably could have handled getting reamed by any coach you ever had.
Right.
Because you get it.
Right.
And you know that the reaming of you isn't about you.
Right. It's not a threat to my job.
It's not. But what Carlos Mendoza missed out on was not benching Francisco Lindor because he's an idiot, but benching Lindor because it was an opportunity to show the rest of that locker room, hey, if he could bench Lindor for making a mental mistake, well, then all of us should be on hot alert. And that's the opportunity he missed. Like, do they need to bench Lindor to send a message to him? No. I think Lindor gets it.
Yeah.
Lindor, after the game, said, hey, I screwed up. It's on me. This isn't about him. This is about the opportunity Carlos Mendoza missed to set the tone for everybody else. And I think that was a big mistake. And I think he missed out on that. And it does bother me that Lindor, in the first inning, doesn't know how many outs there are.
No, it didn't hurt them. So,
Well, it added 5 pitches to Freddie Peralta.
I mean, he's 5-inning Freddie anyway. So
Well, he got pulled with 92 pitches.
I know.
And there
was
was
he
one
getting
out
through the 5th or the 6th?
He wanted to. Did you see Freddie Peralta?
Yeah.
He was pissed off. Could he have possibly faced an extra batter? Yes, I think so. I think based on the strictness of the pitch count that Mendy had,
Right.
yeah, I think those 5 could have made a difference. And you never know how a game flows after a decision like that. Of
course.
Look, is that why they lost the game? No, they lost the game because of the LD offense. They lost the game because they can't hit. They lost the game because they can't buy a big hit. What's new? I mean, that's been their story. So I know why they lost, but I thought Mendy had a chance to be Greg Popovich. I thought he had a chance to be Bill Belichick. I thought he had a chance to even be Tom Coughlin. I don't know if Tom ever did that, where maybe he winked at you and said, I'm going to rip you a new one, not because you need it, but because everyone else does.
No, he would just rip me a new one because he wanted to rip me a new one.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't care what anybody else thought or opined.
That's a little different.
regarding it. That was just him.
Yeah, so, but don't you think that would have made sense?
Not necessarily. One, because who knows if I know Francisco Lindor is going to handle it publicly the right way. He's going to say all the right things. Because the one thing about Lindor, he is always accountable. He never shies away from the mic.
He does say the same thing over and over again when he's
course,
accountable. But yes, he's accountable.
At least he's up there.
He's tipped 500 hats in his career.
I do think you alluded to this briefly.
What?
There is a shifting power dynamic happening within the New York Mets clubhouse, and we saw it on opening day when the handshakes with Lindor contrasted with the handshakes for Soto. We talked about the money that Juan Soto has and the moving out of the old guard here and these new pieces that have come in. It allows Juan Soto to become the leader, either whether that's explicit or just de facto of that clubhouse. I think if you bench Lindor, it almost snowballs that. You know what I mean? It makes it like there's an avalanche falling on him because now Soto has become the guy. He's the only one that's hitting. He's the only run that accounted for yesterday, even though he had some bad at-bats later in the game. It almost makes it like so much more prevalent, the pressure on Lindor, because Soto's already surpassed him in some ways.
Yeah, but if I'm going to make believe I'm Carlos Mendoza and you're Francisco Lindor. And look, Mendy after the game said it was a bad mistake. Like, we all know it. And Lindor after the game owned it, like you talked about. He's always been accountable. So everyone handled it the right way in terms of what they said. After the bottom of the first inning, I say, hey, Francisco, come with me. Come with me. I want to talk to you. And you already know what I'm going to talk about.
Right.
And you're like, no, hey, Skip.
Right.
I know I screwed up.
I'm good. I got it. I understand. It's not going to happen again.
And I say to you, hey, look, man, I got to do something. And I'm only doing it with you because I know you can handle it.
Yeah.
I'm going to bench you. And I'm not benching you because you don't get it. I'm not benching you because you need it. I really think as the leader of this team, look at me, Francisco, when I talk to you. As the leader of this team, I believe this will send such a strong message to everyone else. So I'm going to do it. Don't take it personal. It's kind of a secret between us. But I really think this is going to make a difference on everyone else.
Hey, Skip.
How does he answer?
Hey, Skip.
Yeah.
Are you a moron? It's a one-run game. You're going to sit me down in a one-run game.
It's game 6 of 162. Yeah. We'll be okay. Bo Bichette's going to play shortstop for a few innings. Brett Beatty's going to play third base. He should have started anyway. Like, Francisco, you have 3 hits this season. You haven't hit one over the fence yet.
You know what?
We'll be okay, bro.
I think I would be more okay with it if the game was out of hand.
So second inning was the problem for you.
Yeah.
In a 0-0 game.
In a 0, they still could win the game.
Of course.
He like directly could influence overcoming that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tiki, you fumbled in the first quarter. All right, but I scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth. I overcame it. Like, I think Lindor at that point still had a chance to overcome it. Now, he didn't. And in fact, he made another mistake later.
Yep.
But there was a chance still to win that game. You can't sit down one of your best players when you're trying to win series.
We'll get to your calls next. I look at the board. I see Yankee fans and I see Met fans, just the way I like it. A nice eclectic mix to begin your Thursday. 888-808-1019. Plus, my favorite part of the day, we guess the Yankee turning point. And we'll go do a little bit of a deep dive, an abbreviated deep dive on what is ailing the Mets and their lack of clutch hitting. It's Evan and Tiki until 2 this afternoon.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts. Now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer. And trust me, this thing is legit. I actually had it on last night at the Passover Seder at the Gersons. Fantastic evening. It's sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, you get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up collarsandco.com. Use code TIKI and get 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonade Plus Vodka. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside. It is also sponsored by Dr. J. Shah at Samwell Pain Management. Visit samwellpain.com.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka or Surfside Lemonade and Vodka like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Dr. Jay Shah, specializing in minimally invasive and non-surgical treatments for neck, back, sciatica, migraines, and so much more, offers pain-relieving solutions. There are thousands of 5-star reviews who all trust Samwell Pain for all of their aches and pains. Visit samwellpain.com.
The Hawks are flying in to play the Nets. 7:30 tomorrow night.
Going to the rim, and he slams it with the left hand.
The home of Brooklyn Nets basketball is The Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
John Fogerty. Steve Winwood. The Legacy Tour. Saturday, September 12th. Northwell at Jones Beach Theater. Celebrating two legends. One night of hits. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss John Fogerty and Steve Winwood live.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
866-323-7529, 250 Pele, Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ Sense is a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released third-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random plus one.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I checked beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days. Here's how it works. Place any bet with FanDuel using your bet reset token. And if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. Maybe you'll parlay 3 different sluggers to hit home runs. Maybe you'll take 3 of your favorite pitchers to go over their strikeout number. Whatever you decide to do, just use your bet reset token. And if your bet doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. So visit FanDuel.com/New York to sign up today. FanDuel, play your game. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Get in on the savings fund now at Nielsen Dodge during our lease pull-ahead event.
Get out of your current lease early and get into a new vehicle.
Don't wait for your lease to end. Upgrade now. We have hundreds of new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams to choose from.
There's 0% financing available, 0 security deposit for qualified buyers with 0 down payment available.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S 4x4, just $259 a month.
Or choose from hundreds of quality certified pre-owned vehicles.
End your lease early and upgrade today.
So get out of the old and into the new.
On Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at NielsenDodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deals sales event. With approval term 24 months, due at sign 8104, at tax tag 498, doc fee, and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the range.
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
It's the 2026 home opener for the Bronx Bombers on WFAN.
Going, and go!
The Yankees take on the Marlins, 1:35 tomorrow afternoon.
And there it goes!
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the play-by-play.
Victory for the New York Yankees.
The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan, 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always live and available in Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the free Odyssey app.
We will be live at Yankee Stadium tomorrow for the home opener. Can't wait. Taking you right up until that pregame show. And then the 5-1 Yankees take on, get this, the 5-1 Marlins. It is also time for our Yankee turning point of the game. If you're the first caller to correctly identify yesterday's Yankee turning point of the game at 866-540-WFAN, 866-540-9326, you'll receive a $100 Wendy's gift card from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great, even late at Wendy's. It's from your flagship station for New York baseball, The Fan. We'll guess the turning point a little bit later on. Real quick before we get to your calls, the New York Mets had a really, really, really bad week hitting with runners in scoring position. Yeah. They were a combined 1 for 29. And I totally get me, you, and everyone else saying, boy, this feels like last year. What's different? Well, here's what's different. 16 of the 29 at-bats with runners in scoring position came from guys that weren't here last year. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
1 for 16 from the new guys. Bo Bichette was 1 for 6. Marcus Semien, who I thought was a dog in this series, was 0 for 4. Polanco 0 for 1. Benj 0 for 3. Robert 0 for 2. So I get it. I know for us, we're always here. It feels the same, but it's tough to connect it when you've got new players contributing to more than half of the plate appearances with runners in scoring position.
No, it doesn't feel connected. I think this is actually... It feels more like new people in a new place trying to find their bearings. That's what it feels like. I mean, ultimately, I think they're going to be fine, but it is a little disconcerting because the same thing happened last year.
No, I know.
And it's not like you can blame the coaching staff because they fired everybody.
Right, so what's the same? Carlos Mendoza?
Yeah.
We're going to blame him for it? The guy who needs to come through probably more than anybody else is Bo Bichette, and it has nothing to do with his salary. It has everything to do with batting third in the Mets lineup. If you're the guy hitting after Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor, who even when they're not playing well, get on base for you, you're just naturally going to have more opportunities. In fact, that's what the numbers bared out. Like, he had 6 at-bats with runners in scoring position. No one else had that number. And that's not a coincidence. That's just where you're batting in the lineup. So the pressure does fall on Bo Bichette. He had better at-bats in this series, but ultimately, 1 for 29 is not going to get it done. And it's got to be better because that was bad. That was rough to watch over the last 48 hours. Let's get to your calls. Yankees and Mets on the table, 888-808-1019. Alex in Southampton, New Jersey. Good morning, Alex.
How you doing, guys? Thank you for taking my call.
Pleasure. What's up?
What's up?
Listen, I want to talk about the Yankees rotation, but I also want to touch on, I think earlier in this year, you guys were talking about like maybe the Yankees trading for Skeens, and I was lukewarm back then, but it's the best pitcher in baseball, in my opinion, on top 3.
Right.
Right now, I'm giddy. Yoo-hoo! I don't want to trade him. I don't care for who. I want to see you hit it on the spot. Homegrown. Since Gito or Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
We haven't been this excited. And my thing is this. Our rotation is looking to be one of the best of all times, I think.
Well,
who's going to stay out?
All time may be a little bit of a jump, but in terms of comparing yourself to everybody else, they have a damn good chance at it. And I think what's so intoxicating is the ideal of Garrett Cole coming back and joining this, and Carlos Rodon coming back and joining this, because Max Fried has proven, even though he may miss a handful of starts in a given year, usually the blister gets involved, Max Fried has turned out to be one of the most dependable starting pitchers in baseball. Right. He's been great so far as a Yankee. The sky is the limit for Cam Schlittler. And then to factor in the resumes of the guys coming back, before we jump to the best of all time and say they're the Orioles of the late 60s and early 70s, how about just being the best in baseball? Because that's really all that matters.
Yeah, I think that's all that matters, especially right now, early in the season. You just want continued health. Obviously, you want continued production, but health. That's ultimately what's going to matter for the Yankees if their starting rotation is to be dominant and take them where they ultimately want to get to.
And I'll do what I know Sean would be mocked for doing, but I'm going to do it for you because I'm going to be honest with you. If the Pirates called me up tomorrow and said, all right, we're ready to trade Paul Skeens, and here's what we need, and they include the name Cam Schlittler, I am politely saying, go F yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have told you that maybe a few months ago, but
right.
I
we know what
man.
Skeens is. He's great. He's
great.
Fantastic.
He's great.
We don't quite know what Cam Schlittler is going to be, but it's also going to be fantastic.
That's the thing that would scare me.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm sure the logical baseball mind outside of New York would say that guy's an idiot, and that's okay. I'll be called an idiot, but I get it because I know I'd feel that way about my young arm. And so I'll say it for you guys as Yankee fans the way our last caller said it. Let's go to John in Matawan. Hey, John.
How you guys doing?
All's well.
So, look, this is not an overreaction just from yesterday. They need to trade Francisco Lindor either at the deadline, if they're not in contention for the playoffs, or at the end of the year. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Number one, he's starting to become a declining player. His contract's going to age poorly in the next couple of years.
So who's going to take it?
Well, listen, they have to get whatever they can for him. He's still going to be a top 5 shortstop in production. But look, this is the bigger reason of why they need to trade him. Ever since the day that Juan Soto signed, he has no urgency anymore. 2024, when he carried them all the way to Game 6 of the NLCS, there was urgency. You could see it in his eyes. Every pitch, every at-bat, every game. Now, I think he feels offended that the fans embrace Soto as the leader and the best player on the team when he did nothing to start last year, and Lindor just a few months earlier carried them all the way almost to the World Series.
I just don't know what you're basing that on. Like, the first part of your phone call is that he's a declining player. Is he really a declining player? Like, yes, 25 wasn't as good as 24, but that's because 24 was arguably the best season of his entire major league career, maybe outside of 1 year in Cleveland.
Yeah, 18 in Cleveland.
He had a great year last year. Like, okay, maybe great is too strong, but he had 30 home runs. He drove in over 80 runs. He had an OPS over 800. His defense, yes, declined a tad, but at 32 years old, I do not have enough evidence to just say he's a declining player. Will he eventually decline? Sure, as you get into your 30s, that's usually what happens. But no, they're not better off getting rid of him. You tried to use baseball things. I disagree with it. I don't think there's evidence that they would be better baseball-wise getting rid of him. And the second part just feels like fan fiction.
Yeah.
Like, wow, they don't like each other. And so he's not determined. What makes you say that besides a few mental mistakes yesterday?
Yeah, we haven't seen, there's not a sample size of 2026 yet to say that he's not as engaged or dialed in as he once was because of the Juan Soto thing. And even if he wasn't dialed in or engaged, or urgent is the word he used, why do we assume it's because of Juan Soto? I think that's what you take issue with. You don't know that Juan Soto's causing that. Maybe he doesn't like Mendy. You know what I mean? Maybe he doesn't like something else about.
But there's no evidence of any of this. Like,
I
yes,
agree.
yesterday he lacked mental focus, and that's bad, and we can rip him for that. But to take that and extrapolate it now over the entire year last year and say, where was the urgency last year? Like, he was a really good player last year.
Agreed.
I don't blame the Met collapse on Francisco Lindor. Let's go to Tom in Fort Myers. Hey, Tom.
Hey, guys. Thank you. Happy Easter. Happy Passover, everybody.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, God bless you. Evan.
Yeah.
Schlitler is must-watch TV, just like Guidry was in '78.
Yeah, that would be the comp to use. Except I didn't see him, but that would be the Louisiana Lightning comp is the best one. You're right.
Well, I'm 70 years old. Okay, and he's the first one that I've seen that's approaching that status. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a great comp.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm a Yankee fan, so I didn't watch a lot of DeGrom, and I watched Doc, but you are definitely right on that. He's approaching must-watch TV status.
And think about this, and this is not a knock. I know it comes across that way when I say, hey, Garrett Cole, he's great. He's not must-watch TV. CC Sabathia, Hall of Famer, not must-watch TV. I think Clemens was. I'm going to put him to the side. Roger Clemens, and I hate Roger Clemens. I mean, I can't say enough bad things about him, but I also respect him deeply.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Andy Pettitte wasn't must-watch TV.
I think you're missing one.
Go ahead. Who am I missing?
El Duque.
You know what? I was thinking about him because he's odd.
Yeah.
He's not an all-time great pitcher.
No.
He is not a Hall of Famer.
But you talk about that delivery that you just can't forget.
Yeah.
It was mesmerizing watching El Duque pitch. And like that brief era, and he was dominant in the playoffs. El Duque was must-watch.
I think he's definitely up there in like his own box.
Yeah, his
own
career
unique
just
box.
didn't live up to it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's a good one because of the wind-up and the mystery of him. He comes from Cuba. He's got this cool nickname, like everything about him. But yeah, before our time, Ron Guidry for a good 4 or 5 year period was the best pitcher in baseball. And the legend goes, and I don't think it's legend because I think Ron Guidry told Joe and I this years ago, and I think it's well known by Yankee fans, so I'm not speaking out of turn here, that the famous two-strike chant came because of Ron Guidry outings. So when you go to a baseball game, you'll see it on opening day, and there's 2 strikes on a hitter, and everybody stands up and starts clapping. Yeah. It's like a well-known baseball thing. Of course, yeah, that's been going on forever. It started with Ron Guidry, which tells you he's must-watch TV or must-attend game baseball because he caused you to stand up and start clapping with 2 strikes. So, yeah, let's take it a step further. Cam Schlittler, sans El Duque, is the most must-watch TV the Yankees have had since Louisiana Lightning, who retired when I was 5. That's impressive.
It is impressive, which brings me back to another point I'll pat myself on the back for. He shouldn't have been pitching yesterday. He should be pitching tomorrow.
Why? You want to win the series, dude.
I want him pitching the home opener like a good must-watch all-time starter should be pitching it.
But you got to remember, the home opener is already an event, like whether Will Warren's starting it or anyone else.
But it adds to the mystique of it. Cam Schlittler starting the home season. Yeah.
No, I can see what you're saying. But
it's just different.
You also need to win series.
I know.
And you're also not going to alter your rotation. Like, think about it. Cam Schlittler faced the Mariners.
It just didn't work out.
Right. And you're not going to alter your rotation so that for the 7th game of the season, you put your must-watch TV guy out there just because it makes you happy.
What do you mean? Right. He could have started the 3rd game versus San Francisco in the 1st game. It's not like
so
the batting lineup.
But now he's not facing the Mariners.
Okay.
And we all admitted those were bigger games, potential tiebreakers, maybe your biggest rival for the number 1 seed in the American League. Like, if you think that matters, and I think we all agree that it does, doesn't it behoove them to have one of their best starters pitch in that series?
Okay, I agree with that, but there's no way that that's what the Yankees were thinking.
Well, but that's a weird argument.
They were not thinking, I need to make sure they face the Mariners. I think they were just saying, this is our first best pitcher that's available. This is our second best pitcher, and we're going in order.
I don't know, man. I think you're not giving Boone enough credit.
Well, maybe if we see Booney tomorrow, we'll
I think
pop
you're,
that question.
I don't think you're thinking how a manager thinks.
Yeah, I think you put the big picture table together.
Yes.
And I do think that over the course of a baseball season, there are certain games that matter a little bit more. I know we're making assumptions because there could be a team that you don't expect to be good that becomes good. But National League opponents, when you're the New York Yankees, let's be honest, they don't matter as much.
And
There's
the feel good matters less.
Okay,
the feel good matters zero.
So let's just play this out. Tomorrow is not the Marlins. Tomorrow's the Blue Jays. Do you think going into the season they would have altered it?
I think you think about things a little bit differently, sure.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay.
I 100%, Sean.
If you guys agree that, then I can't argue that.
Well, I'm saying they should. Like, it's tough to get inside Aaron Boone's head, but I think Aaron Boone realizes that, yes, divisional games matter more, and Seattle, a non-divisional team, but a team that we all view as like, hey, they're a real threat in the American League.
Right.
They could be battling for the best record in the sport. Like, yeah, I think you do put a little bit of an emphasis on those games. And ultimately, give the Yankees credit. They won 2 out of 3. And if we're sitting here in late September breaking down all these different scenarios, that's going to matter. And you know where that really matters? I'll bring it to the Knicks for a quick second. I know that Knicks fans think they're bullies right now. To borrow a line from Tommy Lugauer, he called the Yankees bullies. The Knicks are bullies, right? They beat up on the bad teams. Right. They struggle against the good teams. By the way,
must destroy.
Yeah, someone should call up Tommy and ask him if the Knicks are bullies. I'm curious if
so
he would.
Good.
You think he'd sign off on that? Or do you think he'd say, no, that was just the Yankees?
Let's go Yankees.
So the reason I bring them up is the Cleveland Cavaliers are a game and a half behind the Knicks for the 3 seed. But the Knicks have the tiebreaker.
Right.
And you know where they got the tiebreaker? In the first few months of the season. So sometimes that win in October in the NBA really matters. And you'd be looking at the tiebreak scenarios vastly differently if the Knicks didn't win a game in October against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right.
So bring that to Yankees Mariners when you're thinking about it in late September and you really want that 1 seed. Ralphie is at an Outer Bridge. What's up, Ralphie?
Hey, Ralph.
Hey, guys. Appreciate you taking my call.
No problem.
I get it. These guys make a lot of money, and they're paid to perform. I certainly get it. If you expect them to be in mid-season form this early, then you're deluding yourself. And as far as the concept of benching Lindor, whether it would have worked or not, I'm okay with the unknown of not benching him and just letting the season play out. Have a great weekend. Have a great holiday.
But keep in mind, my thought on benching Lindor is not about teaching Lindor a lesson. It's about this is an opportunity early in the season to show the rest of that locker room, hey, I'm going to hold guys accountable. And I say that because I know for a fact that some of the greatest coaches of all time have done the exact same thing. And I know it's cross-sport, but Greg Popovich did it with Tim Duncan. I've heard the stories. I think R.C. Buford used to tell Mike Francesa that story. And then Mike would subsequently tell me the story. Hey, come here, kid. Sit on my lap. I'm going to tell you a story. So, and basically the story was Greg Popovich would ream out Tim Duncan in meetings. Because he knew Tim could take it.
Right.
And he knew that the rest of the room would look over and say, whoa.
Yeah, and he wasn't worried about his job. He wasn't worried about his standing with the team. He knew he was going to be fine.
Right. And the same thing with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. So keep that in mind. I just think this was a missed opportunity. And I know that's rare in baseball.
Early. I just think it was early
that's
in the season.
That's the time to do it, of course.
And early in the game.
Yeah, but
in a game that you need to win.
Early in the season is exactly when you want to do it because you're making that message clear to everybody else. Like, think about Luis Robert Jr. You're a young player, still a relatively young player. I know you're making $20 million a year. You're new to the Mets. You don't know Mendy that well, and you just saw Lindor get benched. You think that affects him? Think that maybe makes him think the next time he doesn't run out of ground to the shortstop?
I think he probably says that's BS. Why is he doing that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you think it works the other way?
Because he doesn't know Mendy well enough, and he, quite frankly, he doesn't know Lindor well enough.
So you're saying this would have destroyed the locker room?
Because he doesn't. There's no glue there yet. It's like right after you glue something, it's still soft. It's not solid yet.
I know this didn't work out necessarily, but Jerry Manuel was the interim manager for the Mets, became their permanent manager. He replaced Willie Randolph when Willie was fired. And it was either his second or third game as manager of the Mets, and he benched Jose Reyes for not running a ball out. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I remember after the game, there was like, maybe he's hurt. Maybe that was really what it was. But it really appeared as if Jerry Manuel went out to first base and benched him. So it happens. And by the way, the Mets ended up playing really good baseball. They ended up missing the playoffs, but ultimately they did well under Jerry Manuel. And you know what's affecting me? Mike Vaccaro's affecting me. Because I'm reading his book, The Bronx Bosses, which is this awesome book. I don't want to lie. I'm not reading it. I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
The audiobook. And I'm at the part where Billy Martin is benching Reggie Jackson. So maybe that's inspired me a little bit. Brian's in Wayne. Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for making it, man. What's up?
Hey, just wanted to, at first I was a little bit against your take about CC and Cole, but now that I guess you elaborated a little bit more on it, I kind of agree with you. My take was like, as a Yankee fan, I always was ready to watch CC, especially go out and pitch. So for me, he was definitely like a must watch,
right?
Must watch TV, must watch pitcher.
But that was because you're a Yankee fan and you have an affinity to CC. This is Evan, as a non-Yankee fan, having an affinity to an elite pitcher in the making.
Yeah, I think the fandom thing I'm trying to take out because it's like, what great pitcher do I want to watch?
No, that's what I mean. For him,
yeah,
he wanted to watch CC because he's a Yankees fan.
Sure.
And so you have this affinity to CC because he helps you win a championship in his first year here in 2009, and then he has that just presence about him.
He did have a presence, yeah.
He's 6'8", whatever, 6'9", and 300+ pounds. Right. No, I wasn't saying 6'7".
You sure?
Yeah, he's not 6'7". He's taller than that. But he looked dominating. So if you're a Yankee fan, you kind of want to see that.
It's time for the Yankee Turning Point of the Game contest. Be the first caller to correctly identify. Oh, did I do that already?
Yes, you're supposed to play the turning point.
I'm so glad I got that out of the way because I really needed to get it done so that I could guess the turning point.
Yes.
All right, good. I'm glad we got that done.
Jeez.
All right, so I've been going back.
Didn't we?
Yes, there's legalities there. He could not finish that read.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I apologize. I take it back then. All right, erase the previous 15 seconds.
Why didn't you just dump him?
That's why I did ba was the dump so we could continue.
All right, so I'm debating between two turning points.
This is easy.
Like a part of me wants to go with the Ben Rice double early in the game that gave him the lead.
It's not.
But what? What are you so mad at me about?
Go ahead.
But then the other part of me says that after the bullpen, specifically Camilo Doval and David Bednar made things interesting, and he got J-Rod to strike out in a big spot, I thought Ben Rice's homer in the ninth inning to make a 4-2 game, a 5-2 game, that could have been it. Because I thought at 4-2, how are they going to blow this game? They're asking Bednar for... You think Goldie? I don't think Goldie. All right.
All right. The answer to the Yankees turning point of the game.
Oh, wait, I got another one.
You pick one.
It was.
I'm going with Ben Rice homer in the ninth.
It was 6:35 when the Artemis II space mission Orion capsule took off from Cape Canaveral. That was the turning point.
Okay, I thought it was the Artemis, but okay. Tiki, you should have stuck with your first answer. Evan's an idiot.
There's 1-1, and the pitch. Swung on and hit to the gap in deep left center field. It's got some carry. Rosa ready to give it up, and there it goes! Paul Goldschmidt, a 3-run homer.
That's
and
one
the
for
Yankees have a 4-0 lead here in Seattle in the sixth inning.
I disagree with it.
It doesn't matter if you disagree or not. That's what it was.
They took a 1-0 game and made it a 4-0 game, and despite the bullpen thing, they never scored 4 runs in the game.
Here's my reasoning for why I go Ben Rice home run in the ninth. Hear me out on this.
Okay.
So when the eighth inning occurs and we start to see the mini implosion, and boy, by the way, Cal Raleigh needed that base hit as much as anybody to make it 4-2.
That was his second?
I think it was his second. He struck out like 18 times this season. And even after the J-Rod strikeout, I kind of thought Bednar was going to blow it in the ninth. I had this feeling like, wow, okay, we're going to have this weird discussion on the fan the next day. It's 4-2. It's still a good road trip, but is it? They blew the game.
Right.
They imploded.
You don't have faith in your closer now.
I thought Ben Rice's home run was like the relaxing moment, the moment where you could say, all right, they're going to figure out a way, even though David Bednar still made things interesting in the ninth inning. I don't know. That's just me watching the game. I thought the Ben Rice home run was the, okay, they're going to win this game moment.
No, to me, when Goldie hit the home run, it was just like, all right, yeah, we're good.
Again,
we got this.
The game turned on the Goldie homer. This is a turning point. They got breathing room on the Ben Rice homer.
Okay, all right. That's fine.
Check yourself, Evan.
I'm checking my look. Emmanuel does a fantastic job. We're going to see Emmanuel tomorrow because we're going to be live from opening day. I can't wait. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. ABS has been a big story to start Major League Baseball, and Evan presents us something interesting from ABS.
Do you remember a few days ago I said one of my concerns about ABS is the ending of a game?
Yeah, of course.
We got ourselves our first walk-off ABS moment. Now, I was good with it because it was 8-3, so it wasn't like bases loaded, 2 outs, the 2-2 pitch. But nevertheless, this will live in history, and I got to tell you, the call kind of pumped me up. Like,
really?
Listen to the way this game ends and the call on Orioles TV for the walk-off ABS victory for the Baltimore Orioles.
Oh, Basayo's going to challenge.
Yep. Well, why not?
We have not seen a challenge end a game yet. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Basayo for the win. Yes! The first ever ABS challenge to end a game here at Oriole Park. And it closes out Albert Suarez's first save in 9 years.
I just love it.
8-3 the final.
For the win!
So who challenged?
It was
Suarez?
the catcher.
No, the catcher
The
did.
Oriole catcher challenged a ball. If it was overturned into a strike, it's strike 3, the game's over. And you got that brilliant for the win. Yes, and the crowd goes nuts.
Samuel Basallo.
Yeah, it felt like a game-winning shot in the NBA.
That's great.
I very much enjoyed that. Which teammates hate each other more? Soto versus Lindor or Cat versus Brunson?
I don't know.
We'll explore coming up, 888-808-1019.
With the warm months just around here, just around the corner, it's time for a healthier you. My good buddy John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Well, now is the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will help develop a plan specifically for you to prevent injuries. And if you have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help you get back to the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's jagpt.com.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
After the Boston Celtics win last night in Miami, scary hours for the rest of the NBA's Eastern Conference. Jalen Brown, 43 points. Jason Tatum, a 25-point triple-double in his comeback from his Achilles injury. Boston looks like the best team in the East. Detroit is without Cade Cunningham. The Knicks are inconsistent, and the Cavaliers employ James Harden. Boston peaking at the right time. I'm Nick Costos.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation.
Call 800-838-8614. 800-838-8614. That's 800-838-8614.
Paid for by Airtime Media.
You matter, and so does your well-being. If you're facing tough moments, struggling with anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide, or substance use, help is here anytime you need it. Call, text, or chat 988 for free confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love, with trained counselors who listen and care without judgment. You matter. Remember New Jersey's 988. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. Right now is the time to make sure that your current cooling system is ready for hot weather. You don't want it to fail when it's 90 degrees out, and if it's over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now from my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling. They are New Jersey's air conditioning experts and have been for decades. Take it from me. These guys have done plenty of work on my house. You'll save money and stay cooler. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
The New York International Auto Show, April 3rd through the 12th. Tickets at autoshowny.com.
We love talking about the Knicks and Nets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
So, obviously, the Mets lose yesterday. The Yankees win. And then the Knicks played a game that Tiki Barber dubbed it as a must-blow-out game. That's what you called it?
It was, and they did for the first quarter.
They did? No, that was a blowout. There was never a moment where you thought the Knicks weren't going to win that game.
It was never close.
It also didn't feature Jalen Brunson, as Jalen was getting a rest day. And this didn't pop into my head, even though it should have, because in the first half, as we've talked about over the last few days, Cat doesn't get enough touches, and he doesn't get up enough shots, and it really is inexcusable. And last night, he got off 8 shots in the first half, which is a very acceptable number, and maybe it's because Jalen Brunson wasn't out there.
There were still 0 3-pointers.
It was 0 3-pointers, that's true, but he was 5 for 8 from the field.
Right.
He was
going in
very
the paint.
active.
Look, he was dominant in the paint. It's what you wanted to see from him, but you also want to see him take some shots from range.
Oh, absolutely. But I really want the ball. I want him to make plays. He's my second best offensive player. In last night's case, he's my best offensive player because Jalen isn't out there. So, yeah, I think you could jump to the conclusion. All you need was Jose Alvarado running the point for Carl Anthony Towns to get the ball in his hands. And Kat said something after the game. I want to play it for you. Can you pull that Carl Anthony Towns clip in which he was talking about what worked for the Knicks offense yesterday? And it just... It's like Lindor and Soto. It's kind of obvious that these guys are just not connected. Here's what Kat said after the game about really the team as a whole and their offensive performance.
I thought we did a great job moving the ball. I thought we did a good job playing with a 0.5 mentality and doing everything we needed to do to beat a good team and a hungry team with a lot of guys trying to prove themselves in this league. So I thought we did a good job of weathering the storm. We understood they're going to play hard, they're going to play well, and we found a way to win.
So the 0.5 mentality is something Steph Curry used to talk about, which is basically holding the basketball too long is a bad thing. It's like a grenade. Yeah. That's what Steph used to say. So 0.5 kind of refers to in less than a second, you're doing something. You're getting rid of the ball.
Right.
And when he said that, all I could think about is he throwing shade at Jalen Brunson because all he does is not 0.5 basketball?
Yeah, I mean, clearly he was. And maybe it's because this is something that Mike Brown talks about. Like, you end up, as a player, parroting your coach. Right? I remember this when Rondé and John Gruden, they won the Super Bowl. He's always talking about all these idioms and things that John would say. And I'm like, that's not you. You're just regurgitating John Gruden. Players tend to regurgitate what their coaches tell them. And so to me, this sounds like Cat is just reinforcing that Mike Brown wants ball movement. And we are interpreting it from afar as if Jalen Brunson doesn't listen to Mike Brown.
Well, the other thing we can interpret, just if you look at the numbers and you dive deep, I know Stefan Bondi did this as well in his latest article, is that Jalen Brunson's a better player when Cat isn't on the floor and vice versa.
Right.
Like, they really are two ships
That's why
passing in the night.
That's why the starting lineup needs to change.
Well, but the problem, yes, I agree with you, the starting lineup needs to change. But it is an inherent issue if the two best players on your team literally can't play together.
Yeah.
They are not good when they play together. And so I'm having fun. I'm busting balls. I put a poll out about a half hour ago. Which pair of New York teammates have a worse relationship? Obviously, the dynamics are completely different when we talk about Lindor, Soto, and Cat Brunson. And by the way, the results are 71% say Lindor and Soto. But here's what's funny about those results and what's funny about this.
Go ahead.
Soto and Lindor probably don't like each other. I'm not telling you that Cat and Brunson don't like each other. They just can't play together.
Right.
And it's actually worse. Like, it is a worse situation that the Cat Brunson dynamic is, more so than Soto Lindor, because at the end of the day, Soto and Lindor can hate each other's guts, and it really shouldn't affect anything. Go do your job. But in basketball, your job is reliant on your teammates. So while I think the relationship may be worse between Soto and Lindor, I think it impacts the team far less.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Baseball is a team sport played individually. And so basketball is a team sport that we rely on every person, every individual to lift everybody else. It's the tie to the string thing that we were talking about yesterday. And I can't say, though, that Jalen Brunson and or Cat, because it's usually Jalen Brunson because he's the ball handler, are punitively trying to prevent the other from having success. Like, you can't intimate that, because that would be cutting your nose off to spite your face. But I do think the reality of how these two guys play basketball just doesn't match.
It doesn't. And the data backs it up.
Yes.
Which I guess leads me to this. There's no evidence they don't like each other, right? That is fan fiction.
Right.
But I'm going to ask you a question.
But it's
on a
not
human
about
level.
like in this case.
Well, but here's how it would be connected.
Lindor Soto?
No, forget.
It's like. It's about liking,
Right.
liking each other. This is not about liking each other. It's about, do you play well together?
Well, so here's my question for you, and I don't know if this dynamic would work the same in the NFL. You have two players on a basketball team that need to play well together, and they clearly don't. And they know it. Like, we can look up the numbers. They know that there's just no on-court chemistry between the two basketball players. How could you then be such close friends? Wouldn't it put a strain on the relationship if you know you just don't play well together? Like, isn't it almost unnatural to then, and I don't know what their relationship is. I don't think they're best friends. I don't think they're enemies.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it almost be difficult to be friends with that person when you clearly have like this two ships passing in the night kind of dynamic on the court?
Yeah, because you would think if they were close, that they would just figure it out.
Right.
Like, they would understand what the other needs as opposed to playing what's best for me and then the other guy's playing what's best for me. Like, they would figure it out just because they would talk about it. They'd have these conversations. Hey, man, why did that not work? And you'd have these casual moments where you would figure out what's wrong. And maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. I don't know them personally. I don't know if they hang out. I know that Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart hang out, but I don't know if Cat hangs out with any of them. You don't hear about it. Not that we should, but that's an unknown question.
It's an unknown question, and the only thing that truly matters is that for the New York Knicks to win an NBA championship, and we have said this for a year and a half now, since that trade was made, is their abilities need to be maximized when they're on the court at the same time.
Yes.
And so when you say, and I get it, hey, they've got to stagger minutes, which Mike Brown has done, or hey, they got to break up the starting five, which he hasn't done yet. My answer to you is, I get why you want to do it, but ultimately, can you win an NBA championship if you're hiding the fact that your two best players can't play together?
Well, it's not only that.
The answer is no, by the way.
Of course it's
They
not.
have to play well together.
It's one of the reasons why I think all of us don't believe that they can win a championship. And we're talking about offensively. It's also defensively.
Yeah, well, that's the other side.
And that's been the issue against some of the better teams in the NBA that they've played in the last couple of weeks. It's the defense is just it's bad, but we knew this. They're not great defenders, either one of them. And so now you couple it with the fact that there are times when they're going to go cold collectively as an offense. there's no chance that they're winning a championship.
Wow, I got to cut that. There's no chance they're winning a championship.
We are the New York Knicks.
I wouldn't go that far. I think they've got a lot of things they need to fix.
I need to see a lot more than I've seen in the last 2 weeks.
No, I get that. And it's tough to imagine all of those things being fixed in a few short weeks. But what I've said about the Knicks, why I give them a puncher's chance, even if we examine the flaws a lot, is that they got a lot of talent. They have a lot of talent. I said this yesterday. I think they're as talented as any team in the Eastern
Individually.
Conference. I know.
But that doesn't make great teams.
No, but right now it hasn't.
No.
So far it hasn't, even if they're on their way to another 50-win season.
And now Boston looks like they're the best team in the East.
Yeah, I mean, is that your finals pick as we sit here on April 2nd?
I don't know what I said before.
Before the season?
No, but we
You
did
said
this.
the Knicks.
No, before
No, you didn't?
we did it a couple weeks ago.
I remember at the beginning of the season. I know I picked Knicks Nuggets. I do remember that. I forget what Sean picked. I got to go back. I mean, those are archived clips.
I picked the Pistons before the season.
No, you didn't.
No chance.
You guys killed me for picking the Pistons.
Well, they're still not going to get there.
They're
So.
benched. They're worse than last year. You could go back, have Dan pull the conversation. You abused me for saying the Pistons would be great this year.
Great. You haven't won anything yet.
Okay,
Being
just saying.
Being the 1 seed doesn't guarantee you a trip to the finals.
I'm more live than you are. That's all I'm saying.
I think I said Knicks, OKC.
Okay. Yeah. I said Knicks too.
I'm almost
alive.
positive I
Why
did.
are we not alive?
I know I said OKC.
Actually, I might need to own an L here. I think I said that about the Pistons, but I might have picked the Hawks.
I think you did. I think you definitely defended the Pistons, but I don't think you went all the way and picked them to go to the NBA
This
Finals.
Dan is in my head. I can't say a thing.
Look, everything is archived here at Evan and Tiki, so eventually we will get to it. Like,
Yes.
for example, I'll give you something you already forgot about. Tomorrow we'll be at Yankee Stadium. We archived our predictions on the temperature.
I think I'm going to nail it.
The temperature for opening day?
Yeah.
You remember what your prediction was?
I think I said it was the same what I said for
Yeah,
opening
you said
day.
64 degrees.
Yeah.
Joe, be prepared. The Yankees have already issued their memo to fans. Bundle up tomorrow.
Oh, really? I thought it was supposed to be nice.
I think it's not supposed to be sunny now. It's supposed to be windy and shit.
Oh, that could really affect
Well,
it.
that's going to kill the temperature.
Yeah, that could bring it down a little
Yeah.
bit. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll be live at Yankee Stadium, 10 a.m., taking you right up until the Yankee pregame show. Let's go out to a guy who's in Memphis, and he was at the game last night. How about that? Jake in Memphis. How was that experience?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
All is well.
Yes, I wanted to preface this by saying the Grizzlies, when they decided to tank, they took it a step further and they don't have a center on their team. So I expected Cat to have like a Wemby performance last night, 40 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't watch much Knicks. I grew up as a Nets fan, and when they moved to Brooklyn, I kind of lost interest. So I'm not a Knicks fan. I don't watch much Knicks basketball.
Right.
But he was more of a facilitator last night. And there was a few plays where he took over, like he drove to the basket. I'm like, why doesn't he just do this every single play?
Right.
And he touched the ball every possession.
He did.
He was on the court.
And look,
and he just was a facilitator. And if they shot 41% last night from three, and if those weren't dropping, I mean, I was thinking, like, would he have taken over the game last night? Because he could have if he wanted.
Yeah, I think, and that is, by the way, you expressed like a common view of Karl Anthony Towns' career. And remember, he did have a triple-double last night.
Right.
Had 11 assists. He did turn the ball over way too much, which he
almost had a
addressed.
quadruple-double.
Yeah, he was flirting with that for a while. One of the biggest knocks on Cat, and I remember saying this to you last year, was it feels like he disappears late in games. But I think with what they had on the floor last night, no knock on OG and McHale and Josh Hart, but with Jalen Brunson specifically not being there, if this was a tight game, yes, I think he would have ended up taking more than the 12 shots he took. Right. But yeah, I think
But he also had 11 assists. I mean, that's when you have 11 assists.
He was getting his teammates involved.
You're not exactly, and they're knocking down their shots. You're not necessarily worried about him only taking 12 shots.
No, I'm not worried. He's saying, like, if the game was close, would he have dominated it down the stretch?
Yeah, but I mean,
my answer is probably yes.
But you knew after the first quarter this game was not going to be close.
So did it qualify in your must-blowout spot?
It was much blowout.
Okay, good.
And they were up 18.
I know, they killed them.
17 at the half. I mean, they just kind of cruise control in the second half.
I was bored watching, and I don't mean to knock anybody. I think it was Steve Novak who did the game. I need Clyde. That's just the bottom. Like, I have become so spoiled that.
Steve Novak.
Yeah. If Clyde's not doing the game, to me, it hurts a lot.
The New York Knicks are trash.
So hopefully he'll be back because I love him. I think he's fantastic. We got a quiet night tonight. Like, tonight, I think, is the Devils are playing and the Mets are playing, and that's it.
The Rangers.
They don't count.
But the Devils do?
Actually, they don't count either.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I apologize.
It's just the Mets.
The Rangers are playing the Canadians. That's right. And the Devils are playing the Capitals.
That's right.
And the Mets are playing the Giants.
Yes.
Are you still watching every Ranger game?
Yes, but like the sound gets alternated. Like I had to turn the sound on for the goalie fight the other night. You know, you locked into the baseball.
But on a night like tonight where there is no baseball, Yankees are off, Mets don't start till close to 10 o'clock. I'm sure you're going to go to sleep, which I understand. Like, the Rangers are the main event for you as a sports fan.
Yeah.
Will you be locked in, or will you watch like Bluey or something else?
Bluey? No, although I do have to be fair. My kids are off tomorrow, so while you make the joke about Bluey, there's a chance I might get roped into like watching the end of what's that? The Wizard of Oz remake. My kids are watching.
Wicked, yeah.
Yeah, that new one. We got like halfway
It's not
through.
a remake. It's a prequel.
What, the second version of this?
It's still a prequel.
A prequel to what? The first Wicked?
No, a prequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you find out how the witch became witchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
How she became evil.
I
even
know.
though she wasn't really evil.
I got through the
she
first
was just
half.
green.
Right.
It's a commentary on race.
Yeah. What's the Ariana Grande Esmeralda? What's her name? My kids know their names. Gilda?
Glinda.
Glinda was the good wish, right?
Yeah, that's
But
what
she's
you're talking
not
about.
really good because she knew the whole time. I found out.
Yeah.
Oh, so
that-
she's really a heel witch?
Yeah, she's like she's manipulated the witch world, and
Right.
we see the Golden Gate Bridge get built down the thing at the beginning
Golden
of the movie.
Brick Road.
The Yellow Brick Road.
Yes.
That's
Yellow Brick
happening.
Road.
See, I paid attention, but I got to finish that movie.
You know what movie you got to take your girls to see this weekend? Because I'm doing it too with the boys when they come back to
Project
town.
Hail Mary?
No, not that's me by myself today. No, the Super Mario movie.
There's another one of those.
Yeah, it's coming out this weekend. The Super Mario World, I think they called it.
I saw this post on Super Mario because they were looking at the dinner scene, and there's a kid there that's a nephew of Mario, and they were like, "How does Mario have a nephew? Because Luigi doesn't have kids."
Oh, good point.
How did he get a
So,
nephew?
How did he get a nephew?
Huh.
And so there's a Dr. Mario who wears a white lab coat,
Right.
who must be the nephew's dad.
Oh, so he has another brother?
Yes. And so he wears Mario's in red or orange, whatever.
Wasn't Dr. Mario a video game?
And he
Was
was
it?
Mario's
Yes.
in white and Luigi's in green,
Ah.
and it's the Italian flag colors.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought Dr. Mario was the game. It was like a ripoff of Tetris, where like little medicines came down and you had to match it up.
That doesn't ring a bell.
Look it up, bro. I'm telling you, Dr.
doesn't ring
Mario
a
was a
bell,
game.
Point at me. You look it up. It's your statement.
I'm about to go to a call. Like you're supposed to, you know.
I'll look it up.
Thank you.
I'll look
Tiki.
it up.
Yeah, he'll go down the rabbit hole because Sean's too busy. I don't know, sitting back there saying, "I'm not looking this up."
You know what? You're right.
Thank you. That's why he didn't want to look it up. He didn't want to have to say, "quote."
It was
Evan,
basically
you're right.
it was basically Mario Brothers form of Tetris.
That's what I just said.
So Dr. Mario wanted no part of the plumbing and the pipes is what happened. He was
no,
lazy.
but he became a doctor. So why are his brothers plumbers?
Well, every kid can carve their own path, Tiki. What does that mean?
In fairness, my late grandfather
What's Cooper Manning?
was the brother of he had like 5 brothers.
He's the
All
rich
of them,
private equity guy.
That's true. I had a grandfather, 5 brothers, all doctors. He turned out not to be a doctor. So does that mean he was the bad
So
son?
he was the simple son and not the wise son.
Whatever you want to say. I'm proud of my grandpa, but yeah, he
Only
had 5 brothers. They were all
those who had,
doctors.
only those who had a Passover last night understand what I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Aren't you Jewish?
I mean, that's a very complicated question that I'd answer because I don't really care. But yes and no. Like, I did go to Seder's when I was 5. Like, my grandfather was certainly Jewish, but I don't know anything. And I don't really celebrate religion.
You should come to the Seder I go to.
I wasn't invited?
Next year, you're going to be invited.
You watch this. You want me to impress you? Watch this. Sean has no idea. Die, die, anu. Die, die, anu. Die, die, anu. Die, anu. Die, anu.
Yes.
Yeah, my grandpa used to sing that.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Illinois, Alejandro.
Yes.
Or
If the
something like.
Mets are playing at 7:30 next year on Seder, there's a 0.0% chance just sitting at that table. With
Yes, he is. I'm making you come.
Nah, Sean's right about that.
I'm making you come.
Well, we're gonna clip that.
David Tyree was there last night.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Bro, I thought the exact same thing. And I didn't want to say anything.
It goes right to David Tyrese at the Seder.
I was like in my head, cut that. I don't know if we could ever
moron.
I don't know if we could ever play that though. Like, because if you take that out of context and play it, it's incredibly inappropriate. Like, as it's happening.
I think in context, it was.
You're dead to me.
All right, Tiki. Let's go to Andy in New Jersey. Hey, Andy. What's up?
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Finally on. Tiki, I'm in a rabbit hole right now.
What's that?
I'm looking at your draft class.
Oh, yeah. We had a good one.
Yeah, you sure did. And I sorted it. I'm on the, reference website, and you're like way at the top when you sort it on approximate value. Everybody above you's in the Hall of Fame. The guy below you, Walter Johnson's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. No, they don't. Unfortunately, the NFL doesn't use those. Like WAR, in baseball, they use WAR.
Yep.
The NFL doesn't use AV.
Right.
But we do when we go to Pro Football Reference, I can tell you that.
I appreciate
Sean,
that, Andy.
Sean, I just want to say, Sean, you're pretty good. I like listening to you. You got a lot of talent, buddy.
Thank you.
And Evan, you're nuts. Evan, did you go to Lawrence High School?
I did. I went to LHS, the Golden Tornadoes.
Yeah. I'm class of 73 from Freeport.
Oh, nice.
And I felt initially why I called was because they're commenting about pitching.
Yep.
My dad's dad pitched. He was from Babylon, and he was actually a very good pitcher. But in the 1890s, are you familiar with Ken Burns' documentary?
Oh, yeah. Ate That Baby Up. It was one of the great documentaries of all time, the baseball documentary.
Oh, yeah. But the 1890s were not exactly a good time in I have these articles from newspaper clippings.
I've got to do everybody a favor. As much as I love history, I don't know if we could break down 1890s pitching. Like that's almost like the line that we have to draw. Like if it was 1905 or 1904 and you were talking Christy Mathewson, I'd probably let it go.
Right.
But when you start talking 1890s pitching, we're going to talk about the Baltimore Chop with the old Baltimore Orioles. I love it. I know about it. I don't think we should touch it. That's just me. Because if my understanding is correct, back in the 1890s, they threw underhand. And if you're throwing underhand, does it really count? It doesn't. Hence, it's not the modern era. By the way, I'm looking at your Hall of Fame class, or I'm sorry, your draft class.
Yeah.
Because he mentioned a bunch of guys are in the Hall of Fame. Jason Taylor, Rondé Barber, heard of him?
Tony Gonzalez.
Orlando Pace, Tony Gonzalez, and Walter Jones.
Yeah.
But a lot of good players, like Warwick Dunn was in that draft class. James Ferrier was in that draft class, taken by the Jets, obviously.
UVA guy as well.
Yeah. Mike Vrabel was in that draft class. How about
There
that?
was who was the other running back?
The other running back in that draft class
Because it was me, Warwick, and someone else. Another running back had a really good career.
Corey Dillon.
Yeah, not Dillon. It was
Not Corey Dillon.
I'm forgetting.
Deuce Staley. Thinking of Deuce?
Deuce was my contemporary because he was the Eagles. I thought there was another one that got close to 10,000 yards.
No. 10,000 rushing yards?
Maybe it's total yards. No, I'm forgetting.
Hold on. There are
By the way,
three
just as
running
an
backs.
aside, you're looking. Kirk Cousins' deal. Did you see this?
I was just about to do this in the Fan Focus next hour. Yeah.
I mean,
it doesn't
what
make any
the-
sense.
Well, you have to explain to all of us.
This
I know
is
what
a
you're talking about.
WTF moment for
Go
me.
ahead.
Kirk Cousins, who just signed a deal with the Las Vegas Raiders, we just heard, it's for 5 years, $172 million.
Oh, my God, they're trading Mendoza.
No.
Oh, my God, they're going to trade Mendoza.
But it's a fake 5-year, $172 million.
Are you sure about that?
So it's really 1 year for $20 million.
Kirk Cousins has the greatest agent in the history of agents. This guy, who's a fine little quarterback, has made more money than God, and he just signed, I don't care how fake it is, a 5-year, $100-some-odd million contract with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Remember I always tell you guys the cap is fungible?
Yes.
This is what frustrates me about the salary cap in the NFL. Like, this looks like an just ridiculously, I don't even know, it's just imprudent deal. And yet it's only a 1-year deal.
So you guys are sure that it's a fake contract? What's the purpose of the fake contract?
This is from Adam Schefter.
Yeah. I'm going to read the exact 2 tweets here.
Right.
Okay? The comp update. Kirk Cousins will sign a 5-year, $172 million deal with the Raiders that in reality is a 1-year, fully guaranteed $20 million deal that also contains a club option for 2 years at $80 million. So again, 1 year, $20 mil, club option, 2 years, $80 mil. That will get you up to $100 mil there. The Falcons will pay.
No, that'll get you to $180 mil.
Well, no, because then the other 2 years are where you get the 80.
For 2 years at 80. Also 2 years. Oh, I see. I got
You see what I'm saying? So
it's
track
2
those. Those
years,
are the
2
first
years,
3 years.
480.
Yeah.
Right.
The other $72 million or whatever that comes to is going to end up being basically void years towards the end, those last 2 years, which is so confusing.
Why is there a salary cap? I'm being honest with you. Now I'm starting to be anti-salary cap in the NFL.
Because it's Fugazi.
It's Fugazi.
Can you guys just help me out real quick before I get myself worked up into a lather? Are you guys sure that the Raiders haven't decided, screw it, we're going to trade the pick?
Yesterday was Fernando Mendoza's pro day, and he basically dazzled, and the Raiders drooled all over.
Well, but hold on a second. Hold on. Yesterday was his pro day. Their immediate reaction to his pro day was to sign Kirk Cousins to a 5-year contract. See, you got to look at things a certain way.
Okay, I'm going to look at it this way.
Is there any possibility? Just hear me out before you say no.
Okay.
Is there any
I'm
possibility that the Las Vegas Raiders have said, you know what, we can get a ton back from the lowly Jets. We'll get a ton of picks.
You could get a ton back from the Jets.
Of course you can. I know you can.
Kirk Cousins can win with us for 2 years.
Yes.
Or forget 2 years, a year.
Yes.
And we have 6 options next year.
Yes. Is it not possible that immediately after their pro day, they made the decision?
You might be able to talk me into that one.
I think I already have. I want you to digest it. We'll come back.
Only because of how I felt about Kirk Cousins for the Jets.
I know you loved Kirk Cousins for the Jets.
I had this exact scenario.
I know.
For the Jets.
Yeah.
Sign Kirk Cousins, not kick it down the road, but have a guy that can win some games and create some culture for you with Kirk Cousins, who is a great football mind, even though an execution is not always there, and then have your pick of 6 guys in next year's draft.
Exactly.
I
think it's on the table.
I just got to say this so we don't waste our time. Clint Kubiak said Tuesday at the owners' meetings they're taking Fernando Mendoza, and they're about to sign a veteran.
Play me the audio. You don't have any audio of that.
If you say we're taking Fernando Mendoza, that's just the Jets. That's the Jets' invitation to come get him.
Oh, so you're even saying even if it's true, it doesn't mean anything to you?
Of course it doesn't mean. It doesn't mean anything until Roger Goodell is saying with the first pick in the 2026 NFL draft out in Pittsburgh, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza. Until that happens, we don't know that they're taking him.
Did you like the way Tiki just smacked you across the face, Sean?
Okay.
He basically said you're an idiot.
I'll just end with this quote from Kubiak 2 days ago.
The San Diego Chargers were taking Eli Manning.
He's really slapping you hard, Sean. You okay back there?
Yeah, I'm going to be fun on draft day. It helps.
You're a schmuck.
It will help the player if they could sit behind a mature adult and let them watch how they run the show. We're working on that now.
All right. Tiki will explain why.
They signed Cousins 2 days ago.
Are they talking about this year's player or next year's?
He's got you.
The April Fool's is over.
He's got you. All right, more on the Kirk Cousins decision and why he didn't pick the New York Jets. There was a report he had no interest in the Jets. We'll get to that, plus more of your baseball calls at 888-808-1019. And you think Met fans and Yankee fans are impulsive. Wait till you hear what Mariner fans were doing yesterday. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
They also have Aiden O'Connell. He could...
Oh, stop.
Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. They are making it easy to earn extra money and at the same time gain some massive exposure for your business. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Flushing Bank. It is also sponsored by St. Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit flushingbank.com today. Member FDIC.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? St. Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-714-4800. That's 718-714-4800.
Before football takes over, the party starts early in Pittsburgh. Be there for the night before, an exclusive invite-only concert at Rivers Casino Event Center on Wednesday, April 22nd, featuring Jason Aldean, plus John Morgan and Shane Prophet live. Want in? Head to Odyssey.com/the night before for your chance to win. That's Odyssey.com/the night before. You could score round-trip airfare, a 2-night hotel stay, and tickets to the show. The Fan, 1019 FM WFAN, an Odyssey sports station.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
March matchups are down to 4. Trade the tournament with Kalshi. Arizona and Michigan are trading at 34% to cut down the nets. A 100 trade pays $273 if either one wins it all. Download the Kalshi app. Use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Where you learn matters. At Monmouth University, students study on a vibrant coastal campus with direct access to research, culture, and industry. From classrooms to competition, from creativity to career prep, Monmouth offers a vantage point shaped by location and purpose, blending a personalized learning experience with Division I pride and a rising national profile. Bigger thinking, more inspired, you amplified. Amplify your future at Monmouth University. Learn more at monmouth.edu/amplified.
Hey fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 17th when the Yankees host the Royals, and be ready to receive a Yankees promotional giveaway that has become a fan favorite. It's Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees hockey jersey. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Royals for Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub on Friday, April 17th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Springfest is happening now at Lowe's. Keep the spotlight on your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, when you want more help indoors, get up to 40% off select major appliances that help you supercharge your chores. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid to 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Cloudy, damp, and dreary. High 47.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
You can't make this following stuff up that I wrote 2 hours ago. This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Any sliver of a chance Evan Roberts was holding on to that the Raiders surprise and don't take Fernando Mendoza ended yesterday in what is being called the biggest Indiana football pro day ever. A day after Clint Kubiak spoke positively and all but assured that Mendoza would be their pick. Over 100 media members came to watch Mendoza throw 56 passes and look on the money as he put on a show. The next time he throws in front of the media, he'll be wearing a Raiders practice jersey.
What Tiki just said before we went to break is that by saying or implying you're going to draft Fernando Mendoza may just be a tactic.
Yes.
It doesn't guarantee that they're going to draft him. And he cited what happened in 2004 with the San Diego Chargers and Eli Manning. Do not comprehend. You can disagree with him, by the way. It's fine, Sean. Do you not comprehend his point?
I do comprehend his point, but Eli Manning didn't want to play for the Chargers. Mendoza hasn't come out and done that yet.
We're not saying
it's not even about the want to. It's just the circumstances can change.
Right. Oh,
Anything can change.
Okay. If that could change, then sure. I read everything that Kubiak said, and I just think for the first time we're not going to really have drama around this. Like, I think it's refreshing what the Raiders are doing, where we're not going to, like, sit there when they're on the clock and wonder, are they going to totally do it? I like being told a month out the draft starts at 2.
Look, it is very likely, very, very, very likely that the Raiders are going to draft Fernando Mendoza. And Kirk Cousins is, in all likelihood, based on his contract, and would at least start right away so the pressure isn't on Mendoza, which is probably a good thing. Because most of the time, especially with number 1 overall picks, and you can look this up to back me up, it feels like the number 1 overall pick who's a quarterback starts immediately basically all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're not number 1 overall, there's a chance you're going to sit. And by sit, I mean for a few weeks, because usually when you're a first-round pick, you're going to play in that first year, unless you're Patrick Mahomes, who didn't play until the final week of the season. He essentially redshirted that year.
Yeah, but that's because you had a pretty damn good guy in front of you.
No doubt.
Alex Smith.
Well, what I'm curious about with Cousins, because, look, I think we all agree in all likelihood the Raiders are going to take Fernando Mendoza. You hold out hope that maybe they don't, and maybe Tiki's right, that there could be smoke screens going on. But I'm very confused about something. And I'm not mad about it. I'm just confused. For a while now, I heard Boomer say it as well. I heard Craig say it. So, like, 3 very different guys. A Jet fan, a former NFL quarterback, and the great Tiki Barber all suggested Kirk Cousins for the New York Jets. Okay? All suggested him. I was against it, but it's not even me being against it. It came out that Kirk Cousins wasn't interested in the Jets.
Right.
All right?
Because he's a free agent. He was going to get released.
Right.
So he's a free agent. So he's choosing.
Correct.
He's not getting traded. There's only way he's coming here is if he wants to come here.
So walk me through this, because I kind of am offended, even though I didn't want Kirk Cousins. Why would Kirk Cousins find being the Raiders stand-in for a few weeks or maybe a month or 2 for Fernando Mendoza? Why would he find that more appealing than literally being the guy who Aaron Glenn would say is going to lead us to the promised land? Like, if you came to the Jets, and again, I didn't even want the guy.
Right.
If you came to the Jets, you were clearly going to be the starter. You have a number 1 wide receiver. You got a good offensive line. But more than that, if you believe in yourself, the way I think Kirk Cousins probably believes in himself, you're going to get to play.
Right.
So I'm deeply confused on why Kirk Cousins would find the Raiders more appealing than the Jets. Can you explain that to me?
The only thing I can think of is he has an affinity towards Clint Kubiak, and he wants to maximize his last couple of seasons. And I don't know why. I don't think the Raiders are in position to push for and win a championship. So it's almost like he's not really chasing a championship, because why would you go to the Raiders? And other than you might get a chance to start. It might be one of the few places you'll get a chance to start.
But the Jets would give you more of a chance to start.
You already know.
Like the Raiders, it's temporary, whether it's, again, a few weeks or a month or 2. Like,
and so
he's going to be replaced.
As a 37-year-old quarterback, 38, 37, you're playing for a couple of reasons. One, you want to try to win a championship, or you want to further yourself with a specific staff, and maybe you want to get into coaching, right? And so I think the Jets' lack of, certainty in their offensive staff, when he said this before, was probably a determining factor. And so he didn't trust what he was going to have here. And so now, did it turn out to be all right with Frank Reich? Sure. But he probably has an affinity to Clint Kubiak. That's my only reasoning that I can think of.
My only reasoning, and I don't
or
want
he just doesn't want to play in New York.
Well, maybe New York. Right. Maybe it's the market. Or maybe, and I don't want to be the one to say it because as a fan, I know it's perceived like I'm a self-loathing Jet fan. I'm not. I call it out. They've been bad for a while. Like, what are you supposed to say? You don't want to make stuff up and tell you that there are rainbows, even if it's just feces all over your face. But maybe it's just he views the Jets the way most people do.
The Jets are a sewer.
And it was I'm not going there.
Well, Clint Kubiak was his offensive coordinator in Minnesota. So there was a crossover.
There is a connection.
There's that's the connection you look at and you see. I think it was only for a year as the OC, but whatever. I think he probably just has an affinity towards Clint Kubiak. And it's like, all right, when you come free and I'm a head coach, I want you.
It's fair.
And it's almost like it's guaranteed he's going to start.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a quarterback competition.
Yeah, but wait, that's the part that really wrangles me on this.
Yeah.
He's guaranteed to start in all likelihood based on the contract he got, and I think that's great for Fernando Mendoza. And I think that's a really smart, functional move by the Las Vegas Raiders. I've advised that about the Giants with Dard, with the Jets with every young quarterback. Let the guy sit, even if it's for a few weeks. But with the Jets, he was going to be the guy. Aaron Glenn the other day, and he is never going to live this down. In fact, the story of the offseason for Aaron Glenn is two things. Play calling is my superpower, and Geno Smith is going to lead us to the promised land.
Right.
Like, those two quotes are attached to Aaron Glenn probably for the rest of his career. But Kirk Cousins was going to start here with no competition. Like, he was just going to prance on in, be the starting quarterback, have a head coach that believes in him with nothing as a threat to take it from him.
I'm going to guess this was all Clint Kubiak.
Okay. All right.
That's what makes sense.
Tripping all over myself.
Now, with that being said, it's not like Clint Kubiak has been a stable, elite, like quarterback, coach, offensive coordinator, whatever, pass game. He's been on 5 different staffs and this is 6 now.
Right.
Minnesota in 21, Denver in 22, San Francisco in 23, New Orleans in 24, Seattle in 25. And now he's obviously the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. So it's not like he's established himself at a place and created a culture and a program somewhere. But I think this all comes down to what we talk about in any walk of life or business, a relationship.
Okay.
This feels like a relationship move by Kirk Cousins.
I'm not going to admit, I'm not going to lie, I was slightly offended. I didn't even want the player. Just hearing like, the Raiders over the Jets when you have a better chance to play. Let's get back to your calls.
Today's Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Oh, I didn't know you were still here.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, you were really.
Did you start that before?
Yeah, I did that. Full disclosure, I left too many spaces and didn't finish that. So.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
All right, let's get to your calls. Let's go to Rob in Wayne, New Jersey. What's up, Rob?
What's up, dude?
Evan, you got to calm down. You're in the lather about this thing, about the Raiders possibly trading Mendoza. I don't know if you saw it yesterday after the pro day, the Raiders actually took Mendoza out to dinner, and it was mentioned during that dinner, I just read that they were going to go ahead with a veteran quarterback and sign a veteran quarterback for him to learn behind. Also, the money, the Raiders are only paying, I think, $11.3 million in a one-year deal.
On the 1 year, because Atlanta's picking up, I guess, about a little over $8 million, and all those other years are option years, which they're likely not going to pick up. Yeah.
And it's only like a $1.3 million cap hit from what I just read. So I'm a Raider fan. I like the move. I'm sorry the Jets didn't get him, I guess, but I mean,
you're not sorry the Jets didn't get him. You tanked, you got the number 1 pick, and now, hopefully for you, because I don't have any real hatred towards the Raiders, hopefully you have your guy. Let's go to Jay in New Jersey. What's up, Jay?
What up?
Hey, Jay, what's going on, brother?
Yo.
Hey, I just want to say you and Evan, man, you have an awesome show.
Thank you.
I'm calling regarding Cat in Brunson.
Okay.
Now, I come from New York, but I reside in New Jersey, and I've seen some of the best street ball players. And when I look at Brunson, I think he's in the wrong position as the lead point guard. And I've been wanting to call the show to talk about this for quite some time.
if you look back at the last season Indiana Pacers playoff game, he actually caused the team to lose that. And how he did it is by not moving that ball fast enough. You got all the other players standing around trying to figure out, is he going to shoot?
Right.
Is he not going to shoot? And that in itself, and then I hear this contract that he's going to receive for this season. He's not the point guard person. He's the wingman person. And with that, the Knicks are not going to go anywhere as long as they have him guiding the ship.
Yeah, but the easy solution to that, and it's not easy right now because I think the only guy on the roster right now who can kind of handle those duties is Deuce McBride, is you maybe acquire somebody that can let Jalen play a little bit more off ball. Now, that's not something you can do right now, obviously, but it's why I would insert Deuce McBride into the starting five.
Let's say Deuce is not available because of whatever reason, or he's limited because of pain.
Sure.
Because that's essentially what they said it's going to be for him going forward. He's just got to get used to the pain. That's why he got hurt, and then he played the next day.
Or, to your point, maybe he's just not effective. He's missed a lot of time, and he doesn't get into the kind of groove that you need him to get into.
Could you move Jalen Brunson, not all the time, at times off ball, and start a backcourt of Jose Alvarado and Jalen Brunson?
Size is too concerning on that.
Yeah, that becomes the Cleveland Cavaliers from a couple of years ago.
That would be my...
But at least Jose Alvarado is a willing and aggressive defender.
No, yes, you're right. I just think that the size could ultimately be the issue.
Right.
That would be my answer to that.
The size is also an issue with Deuce, but Deuce has an inordinate long arm span.
Let's go to Mike in Flatbush. What's up, Mike?
Thanks for taking my call.
What's up, dude?
I want to say, and I love you, Tiki, because you present, your best guess, but then also the fullness of the argument, you kind of undermine it with Kubiak's kind of transitory, he's not been in one place. So
right, but he was his quarterback coach for 2 years and then his offensive coordinator for his last year in Minnesota. So there's a familiarity with him. I'm just saying that here's the reason I said that, Mike. 2 years ago, I thought Clint Kubiak was going to be a head coach at 37 years old or whatever.
You were ahead of your time.
You just kept hearing his name. And then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. It's like nobody wanted him. And it was weird to me. And so I felt like something was going on that I didn't know. But then I go look at his resume. He's been in 6 different stops in the last 6 years. Doesn't that strike you as odd?
They might have they met at the right place in the right time. It also could be, who knows? Right. Maybe maybe he likes Vegas better than New York. And also, as sad as it is, Evan, it's the Jets. So
no, and that was the thing I didn't want to say because I don't want to just lazily say we suck, we're the Jets, no one wants to be here. Yeah. But eventually, yes, you have to factor that in.
Unfortunately, I think that is part of it. And it sucks.
Yeah, no, it does.
But it's just the reality of the Jets.
And I think also a part of it is I don't think this head coach is looked at by the rest of the league as, I want to play for him. I made this comment to you. Actually, it was a caller who brought it up, and I tried to downplay it for a while. A caller said, hey, do you think it's concerning that a lot of former Lions didn't come to the Jets? And we couched it by saying, well,
who was really – it was really Anzalone this year.
How many were available? Right?
Because they would have to be free agents.
I get it.
Right. I doubt that Dan Campbell is trading some of his best players
just
to help out Aaron Glenn.
And that is a reasoned response, and we had it.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you what has shifted on that. You know what shifted on that?
What's that?
Sean already knows. He's sniffing it out. He knows what shifted on it because it involves the Giants.
How many Ravens came to the Giants?
Yes!
But again, they were free agents this year.
But Sean, you're right. And
I think that's the big difference.
But hold on. There were 2 guys. We're making such a big deal out of, Odell wants to be a Giant again. JPP wants to be a Giant again. Those are also 2 guys that worked with John Harbaugh.
Yeah,
it's a John Harbaugh thing, too.
But it's also John Harbaugh with 18 years or 17 years, whatever it was, of success as a head coach.
Not just a D coordinator. Right?
Aaron Glenn has had no success as a head coach.
I get it.
So actually, look what the Titans are doing now.
Yeah. By the way, that's another great example.
What do you mean?
Daboll and Saleh getting all their former players.
Yeah, but
they can't wait to play for them again.
Yeah, but Dave's had
they sucked.
But again, they were head coaches.
They had some success as head coaches. You know what I mean?
Robert Saleh had 0 success as a head coach.
Dave's did.
Daboll had 1 year of success, absolutely. And you just talked about Clint Kubiak. What success has he had as a head coach? We are making excuses. You are respectfully making excuses for Aaron Glenn on why no one's followed him.
I don't think that. I'm trying to think of the running back in Kirk Cousins' years there. Like whoever that was, I don't think that they're pining to come to the Raiders.
Aaron Jones, was that?
Yeah, Aaron Jones, but he's under contract. You know what I mean? But I think it's different when you have your quarterback coach, who is like, you're basically the same age too, by the way, because Clint Kubiak in those years was 34 or so. Kirk Cousins was, I think they're a year apart. I think they're literally a year apart. Kubiak is 39, Kirk Cousins is 38, right? So when they were QB coach, QB, they were a year apart. So that's probably your best friend for 3 years. And then the third year, he becomes the offensive coordinator. You're like, oh, I'm happy for you. This is going to be awesome. We're going to do this thing together. And then 5 years later, he gets a head coaching job and you're a free agent. You're going to go to that guy. It's just a relationship. So this isn't, I mean, it is about the Jets, but I think it's less about the Jets and more about the relationship that Clint Kubiak and Kirk Cousins have.
In fairness, there was one guy who openly said he loved Aaron Glenn and alluded to wanting to play for him, and that guy is Derek Carr, who is still retired.
Yeah.
And I wonder what's going on with that whole Derek Carr coming out of retirement thing.
Right.
Because the quarterback...
Clearly it's not going to happen.
Well, how could it happen?
It can't.
Like unless there's an injury in preseason or an injury during the season. So let's say, randomly Justin Herbert gets hurt and he goes to the Chargers or something of that nature. Or there's an injury in Minnesota and they really hate J.J. McCarthy and there goes Derek Carr. So other than there being a preseason or an OTA or an early regular season injury, Derek Carr better keep that podcast.
Yeah.
I found one Jet that signed with them last year.
By the way, I was right. Kirk Cousins and Clint Kubiak are a year apart.
Crazy.
Josh Reynolds.
Great. So that's the one?
Well, he had two ties. He also immediately, when leaving the Lions, was with Muji in Denver for 1 year, then came to the Jets.
So it may not have even been Aaron Glenn. It may have been Muji.
Darryl, Mr. Smiles, Muhi.
It's entirely possible. We'll come back with more of your calls at 888-808-1019. A lot on the table if you've missed any of the show. The must-watch nature of Cam Schlittler, how Carlos Mendoza missed an opportunity to bench Francisco Lindor yesterday. And I'll play for you a couple of really fascinating things from the broadcasts yesterday, featuring Gary Cohen and Michael Kay. Evan and Tiki till 2 o'clock this afternoon. And I remind you, our friends at Town Fair Tire, they're Town Fair Tire, baby. They get you the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Fanatic Sportsbook is turning up the heat, and they've introduced a new way to parlay. It's called Squad Bets, and it's always available across the NBA, MLB, and the NHL. So here's how it works. It's very cool. Tap into the Fanatic Sportsbook app, build your squad from the sport you want, pick your market, points, rebounds, assists, strikeouts, goals, and then set your target. So if you like hoops, you could pick 4 players to combine to get 100 points. Then you sit back like a GM and watch your squad go to work with live tracking every step of the way. It's awesome. And here's the difference. If one player doesn't perform, the rest of your squad can pick up the slack. So your bet stays alive all the way until the very end. Track it live. Cash out whenever you want. Squad Bets, only at Fanatic Sportsbook. Parlays hit different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka is your go-to drink this golf season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. No bubbles means no troubles. Look for the new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry half and half in stores now. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
With Bill Self returning to Kansas for another season, the North Carolina head coaching job, the best one right now in college basketball. Dusty May of Michigan, Arizona's Tommy Lloyd, 2 of the reported top candidates. They're facing off on Saturday night in the Final Four, and this feels like a WWE-style ladder match at the top of the ladder, potentially the North Carolina head coaching job, adding a little more spice to the proceedings. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Who says vaping is safer than cigarettes? Science does not support that belief. Vapes can contain a variety of chemicals, flavoring agents, cancer-causing elements, and other harmful substances. High levels of nicotine in some vapes can be more likely to lead to addiction, and chemical ingredients are not always listed accurately on vaping packages. Vaping can also damage your DNA, your heart, your lungs, and even your smile. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
Sponsored by Underwriters Laboratories.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long. Then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. If you love eating great food as much as I do, you have to listen up. The Chef IQ Sense wireless thermometer and the mini oven are must-haves in your kitchen. The thermometer helps perfectly cook your chicken, fish, or meat, and the oven is an all-in-one hero that bakes, broils, air fries, toast, and much more. For years now, I've been telling you about how amazing these products are and how they have changed my life. Now it's time to change yours. Go to chefiq.com and don't forget to use the code word BOOMER to save big at checkout. That's code word BOOMER at chefiq.com.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling, they are the real deal. Go to edisonhvac.com.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all, because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep, now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
The Rico Bronya podcast is proudly sponsored by Takara Fuji Apple Chew High, the sparkling cocktail that blends shochu spirits with delicious flavors of fruits from Japan. Whether it's Citi Field or your favorite spot, raise the apple.
Talk sports after hours with Tommy Lugauer, 7 to midnight. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
We approach noon here on this Thursday, Yankees home opener eve. Tiki loves when I use the word eve to describe things that are the following day. It is Yankee home opener eve. We'll be live at the stadium tomorrow as the Yankees will begin their home regular season against the Miami Marlins, who are off to a great start. I know I do this all the time, but it's just a public service, and I want to make it clear to my fellow Met fans out there, you should be rooting tomorrow for the New York Yankees. I think that is self-explanatory because the Miami Marlins share a division with the Mets. Mm-hmm. Who knows? They could legitimately be good this year.
Let's go Yankees. Something is very fishy with their start.
You're funny. No, they're a talented team. I think we forget that the Marlins last year were better than the Mets from the middle of June on. Like, I know that corresponds with the Mets' struggles, but the Marlins played well. The Marlins only ended up finishing like 4 or 5 games behind the Mets in the standings. They're a good young roster, and a part of what makes them dangerous is something you're not going to have to deal with this weekend. But Sandy Alcantara's back. Right?
Yep.
Like, he's just, and you kind of figured, like, give me a year off Tommy John. That's why it would have been stupid for the Marlins to trade him last year. But if you're the Mets or the Yankees, of course you want to get him because you kind of knew he would bounce back, and he threw a complete game yesterday, which is a foreign concept to us as Met and Yankee fans, because when do guys go 9 innings?
Didn't he do that 2 years ago?
Well, before the Tommy John?
Yeah, before the Tommy John. I remember thinking that, God, I didn't know who does that anymore.
Well, what makes him so special is he doesn't throw a lot of pitches. So he will throw a 93-pitch economical complete game.
Right.
Speaking of baseball, 2 clips I want to share with you. Number one, I believe this is also a public service. There are many times where we get bothered with the announcer jinx. We get upset. Like, so for example, if the Yankee or Met announcers say, this guy hasn't given up a home run in 6 months, and then they give up a home run, and it's obviously against our team, we get very, very annoyed. Yeah, announcer jinxes are a thing. And so as a public service, I want to prove to you that announcers jinxes are fake. Because if you watched the Met game closely yesterday, do you remember how they scored their 1 run?
Who, the Mets?
Yeah.
Juan Soto hit a home run.
Juan Soto hit a home run.
Looked like a pop fly.
It did. I didn't think it was getting
It hit
out.
the top of the bat. I was like, what the hell is that?
Take a listen to Gary Cohen right before Juan Soto hits the home run, and then tell me again that announcers' jinxes are real.
2 balls and no strikes to Soto, who's grounded out and struck out. He's been the hottest bat on the lineup, and the Mets might need for him to hit a long ball and win the game 1-0, the way things are going. And he hits one long out toward the right field corner. Back goes Church. Right back near the pole, jumping, and it's out of here. A home run for Soto. Just fair and just over the fence. Soto's first home run of the year, and the Mets take a 1-0 lead in the 6th.
And that's
Ask and ye shall receive.
See?
Yeah, that wasn't a jinx. That was prophetic.
That was prophetic. Now, the only thing that wasn't prophetic is he said the Mets were going to need to win the game 1-0. Obviously, the following inning, that's when Nolan Gorman got the game-tying hit, so it didn't work out that way.
But he knew that the Mets hitting would be anemic again.
Yes, he nailed that part.
Yes, he did.
He nailed that part. He said they need a home run, and Juan Soto delivered. The other thing that I noticed, and look, if you want to say this isn't real and we should blame the broadcaster, that's okay. So if you want to take this out on Michael Kay, that's your right.
I am a damage freak.
But he said something on the broadcast last night or yesterday afternoon that really perked up my ears. Because we've spent so much time on this radio station almost lecturing fans like, how could you boo Giancarlo on opening day? How could you boo Aaron Judge, which Sean has done? How could Met fans boo Bo Bichette? Listen to Michael Kay and David Cohn discussing Cal Raleigh. You don't have it? That's all right. I'll get
No, remember, hold on. I have it. That's not where I thought you were going.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Here is them discussing Cal Raleigh getting booed in Seattle.
And another strikeout. His 14th. David, are they booing?
Grumbling. I think more of a grumble. Well, that's right down the pipe.
Now,
shows you the confidence.
In fairness
of Schlitler on the mound. It's almost like sometimes you can sense it when you're out.
I didn't really hear the boos, but Michael Kay did say, are they booing? And David Cohn tried to they're grumbling.
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh cannot be booed in Seattle. Like, he can't be. He had 60 home runs as a catcher, came out of absolute nowhere.
But they
got to the ALCS last year. He's their guy.
But
they can't boo him.
But he also doesn't have years of doing that.
But that's like more of a reason not to.
Yeah, but he's
not Aaron
He's a
Judge.
240 hitter, and he hit 60 home runs last year. I think he might be less than that as a career batting average, but he's a catcher, so it is what it is. But it's not like he's elite and he has equity.
But that's more of a
built up.
reason why you would never boo a guy like that. Let's say you're right that he's just a fad. That's what you called him last year, or a gimmick. And that was a career season, which I think you're right about.
Who's right so far?
No, I agree with you. Like, I think that, and I remember making those predictions with you before the season, like, he's not going to come anywhere close to 60 home runs. As a fan base, that is so much more egregious than Yankee fans even booing Aaron Judge in October, where there's huge expectations, or even Met fans booing Bo Bichette 3 games into the season. Like, he's your guy.
You're not thinking of this the right way. Mariner fans are frustrated. They didn't like the way the WBC handshake thing played out and how weird it got with him and Randy Arozarena.
You think it's about that?
That was referenced yesterday on the TV broadcast too, how it's just like, it's a weird thing with Cal Raleigh in Seattle right now.
But you would turn on Cal Raleigh of all people?
I kind of forgot about that.
I did too.
But now that you say it, it makes sense.
Dude, they look off.
Because we all said it's just gamemanship.
Mm-hmm.
But Randy Rosarina was pissed.
No, he was. It turned out to be real. That was not a work. That was a shoot.
Yes.
As the kids say.
Right.
Or the wrestling geeks say. but even if that's an issue, like you're gonna side with your guy.
Right.
Like Randy Rosarina is not a career Mariner. Cal Raleigh, he's the big dumper. He's the guy who came out of nowhere. I mean, turned himself into a good ball player, but then a great historical season. And 5 games into the season, you're booing him because he's off to a bad start. I'm sorry. That is so much more egregious than what you guys did with Giancarlo and what we did with Bo Bichette. I'm sorry. Those guys are guys you brought in.
Right.
They're making a lot of money.
And paid a lot of money.
This guy's your guy. He's the dumper.
I think that there's a part of you that's kind of not respecting the Mariner fan the way we'd respect a New York fan. Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
If this same scenario if it was the DR versus Puerto Rico and the WBC happened and Lindor refused to shake Soto's hand.
You're dead upon arrival.
How am I dead upon arrival?
Because Lindor was a big money acquisition.
But it's different. He's a Met through and through now, dude.
I think he is.
He was almost named captain, or we thought he was going to
He's not Cal Raleigh. Dude, the Cal Raleigh thing is so different.
He has more. Actually, I would argue that Lindor's done more with the Mets than Raleigh's done with Seattle.
That's not my point. And my point is that he's the big dumper. He's their guy. He's their mascot. He hits 60 home runs.
He's not even their guy. J-Rod's their guy, who, by the way, they're also absolving from him sucking to start a year once again, too.
Yeah, that's true. He always gets off the bad starts.
It's not a perfect example, but Evan, we'd be making a big deal about this, and I think Met fans would be booing Lindor if it got to like that public moment. Heck, we brought up the handshake on opening day. If there was a WBC moment like that where he just looked like a total tool bag the way Cal Raleigh did, and then started the year not hitting at all, and the team just looked to be meandering, I think Met fans would boo Lindor in that case. I think it adds to it, as silly as it is.
I just think it's different because of the fact he's a career Mariner. He blossomed into this superstar really last year, but even the few years before that. Like, would Mariner fans ever boo Ken Griffey Jr.? Did they ever boo Ken Griffey Jr.?
York putting Ken Griffey and Cal Raleigh in the same breath?
I was going to name a bunch of guys. I started with him.
Let's not do that.
Do you think they ever booed A-Rod?
Maybe.
Do you think so? Not until he came back as an evil opponent, but not while he was still there.
I'm trying to remember that A-Rod document. Didn't they boo him early when he didn't hit right away?
Oh, maybe. All right, take that back then. I just find it weird. But I will also say that I'm not sure they actually booed because Case said it and Cone said it was a groan. It was not loud enough to fully establish if it was a boo. And by the way, I treated this like the Zapruder. The Zapruder tapes?
Yes.
I went back to the radio version and listened to every Cal Raleigh at bat as well, just to hear if I heard boos. And you really didn't hear it. So I think what's going on is Michael Kay's trying to take the attention away from how dopey we are as New York fans and say, look at them.
Right.
They're booing.
It didn't really sound like boos.
It didn't sound like a lot of boos, but he is off to a bad start, Cal Raleigh. He's 4 for 25. He did get that big hit late in the game as the Mariners were trying to come back, but he's hitting 160 and he has struck out 15 times this season.
2 big hits versus the Yankees in the series, though.
He did? No, you're right. Maybe he's waking up. I still think he's going to have a downish season. And look, it's tough to not have a down season when you're coming off 60-125.
Right.
Like the point is, he's not going to come close to doing any of that. Let's go to Bobby in Yonkers. What's up, Bobby?
Hey, gents. I fully believe with you, Evan, that the announcer jinx is usually overblown. But Dave Sims, I keep trying to give him as much of a leash as I can. Every time I listen, I'm just confused. Yesterday, he and Susan are giggling that Cam Schlittler hasn't given up a walk in however many consecutive innings. And while they get back to the game and finally tell us what's going on, and Cam Schlittler just issued a walk. So, yesterday at least, the jinx
but wait a
was live.
second. Hold on. I got to go check the box score. I don't think he walked anybody yesterday. I have to double check that. I think you're wrong about that.
He did not have a walk.
Yeah, he didn't walk anybody. You better apologize to Dave Sims and Susan.
Duvall had the only walk issued.
That's right. Cam Schlittler, I knew my memory was right. He went 6 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 0 walks, and 7 strikeouts. In fact, through his first 2 starts, he has not walked anybody. He's got 2 wins and 0 walks, which is like the coolest thing ever. Can Cam Schlittler go the entire season with more wins than walks?
No.
No.
No chance.
You know who did that?
I just had to go look at his whip. That's crazy.
Nah, he's been amazing.
You don't see it.
It's like
0.26.
No, he's been incredibly good. So you need to apologize to our last caller, to Dave and Susan, again proving that there is no jinx, because they laughed and giggled about how the fact that he hasn't walked anybody, and guess what? He still hasn't.
Be a man.
And don't blame everything on the announcers. So that's an L for you. Let's go to Freddie in Springfield. Hey, Freddie.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All's good.
You know, I just wanted to bring something up. I can tell you this: the whole booing the guy, like you said, Evan, their guy. You never saw that years ago. I'll be 72 years old in May, and I saw Mantle, okay, who retired. I think in 67, 68 he retired, okay, but in 64 to 68, he struck out almost every time up and got a standing ovation. And that is the mentality of the fan back then versus the fan today.
I think you're partially right, but partially wrong, because in fairness, I have heard that Mickey Mantle was booed. Now, he may not have been booed when you described it, like at the end of his career, because maybe there was just an appreciation. And I would think that at the end of Aaron Judge's career, he wouldn't get booed either. Like if Aaron Judge at the end of his long, illustrious career is struggling,
yeah,
I actually think that's the moment where the Yankee fan says, we're not touching him.
Yeah, you appreciate all the things that he's done. Now, it helps if he wins a championship,
Sure.
and then he'll never get booed.
Sure, I agree. But I don't think he would get picked on as a 40-year-old who's hanging on. With that said, you are right, though, that the mentality of the sport fan has changed. And I think a part of it is the money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just the money of what the athletes are being paid. It's the money of what you're paying. Like, it costs a lot to go to a game. And back in the day, it didn't. So I think when you combine that the athlete makes a lot of money and you're dropping a lot of money to go to the game, I think it just makes it likelier that the consumer is going to say, I'm not happy, hence I'm going to boo. And I think that's what's changed.
Do not boo.
I mean, you can boo if you want.
No.
What? Funny back then?
That drop's great.
You're a booer. I'm not. Like I am. Tiki, you're not a booer, obviously, either.
At all.
You won't see me booing tomorrow, baby.
Oh, I doubt that. Yeah, I could see you booing tomorrow.
No chance.
Who
Not
is he,
when this
who
starts.
is he going to boo?
Yeah, who am I going to boo tomorrow?
I think a couple of scenarios.
I would agree, but usually I could think of someone he wants to boo. But
Yeah,
I can't think of anybody you want to boo right now. Maybe Jazz?
No, I'm giving Jazz a pass, man. I like Jazz.
Yeah. You want to pull up those clips from that playoff game we went to?
I know it was a little different, but like
Did
even
you
yesterday,
even find those? Because those are archived somewhere.
Yesterday, I wasn't even annoyed when he got picked off. I don't know.
Ryan McMahon?
Okay, here's the thing. Ryan McMahon's become so insignificant to me, he's not even worthy of a boo.
Wow.
Wow. Jeez.
Now you're missing the obvious one. There's an obvious one. And it's unfortunate because it's not about the person. He's not looking to boo the person.
I'm not booing Will Warren.
It's Will Warren.
I'm not booing Will Warren.
Because if Will Warren
I
struggles,
like Will Warren.
I know you do, but you have been consistent that it bothers you that he's starting the home opener. And so here you are at the home opener.
No, you're right. You're right,
He's
Evan.
going to boo not Will Warren, but the decision to start Will Warren.
How little do you think of me? I'm not going to do that on opening day to Will Warren.
You don't think so?
No.
If he gives up 6 runs in the first inning, you will.
Man, I'm telling you, you're getting a really positive me walking in that building tomorrow. No booing.
Yeah, but the question is, does that last?
I might boo the concession worker if the dumpling's not at the right temperature.
I think the other scenario where I could see him boo is if they struggle offensively and Aaron Judge strikes out in a big spot.
Nah.
And he gets up and goes, oh, it's like October, you bald fraud. I can see you doing that.
I can't see that.
He hit last October.
You won't do that.
What was that?
He won't do that.
You don't
to
think so?
He won't do that to Aaron Judge.
No.
That's your boy. It's his home opener. Can't do that to Aaron Judge
I
on
know.
opening
I
day.
just told you he hit last October. This Metro's telling me he didn't.
You booed him in September as he was chasing Roger Maris's mark.
What do I care about Maris's mark? We're trying to win a World Series. He was struggling.
So you are swearing off there's no scenario where you boo tomorrow?
Man, it is such a Red Roses kind of home opener tomorrow for the Yankees. It really is.
Well, they're off to a great start. Like, I'd agree with you, and I would think that it would be tough circumstances that would ever cause you to boo. But I've seen you boo multiple times. Like, I've seen it happen. I've been
this is
sitting
the
next
John
to you.
Harbaugh era now. Booing's out the window.
That's affecting all your fandoms?
Everything. The New York landscape has changed.
All right, watch out, because I'm going to be recording tomorrow. By the way, I'm doing this. So I'm going to invite Tiki to do it. I'm going to invite Sean to do it. And I'll be honest with you, I understand if Tiki doesn't do it. If Sean does it, I'd be very disappointed.
I just realized I am going to do some booing. But anyway, go on.
Whoa, hold on.
What are you booing?
Oh, no. I know what he's booing. This doesn't count,
I'm
though.
cracking up because I am.
The Yankees announced I'll get to that point in a second. The Yankees announced who's thrown out the first pitch.
And?
Jack Hughes.
I'm booing him off the mound tomorrow.
Come on.
Off the mound.
Why?
He's a devil. We're done with the
He's an
hockey
American
now?
hero. What are you talking
American
about?
hero, my fat ass. Big deal. He scored a goal in a big game that Russia wasn't even invited in the tournament.
You can't do that.
Oh, I'm doing it, and I'm going to be right next to you.
Are you going to stop him, T?
I'm going to go. I'm going to be at the concession stand getting a beer.
I am going to totally film you doing this because I think you're going to get a lot of crap.
No, and I'm going to
get killed.
You're going to get crushed.
And I'm going to encourage every Ranger and Islander fan in that building tomorrow to join me in booing Jack Hughes. It's
I am
unacceptable.
not booing Jack Hughes.
How can you boo Jack Hughes?
Can Paul O'Neill throw out the first pitch tomorrow? Jackie opening day. Need a devil to throw out the first pitch?
When he goes out there in a Team USA hockey jersey,
oh, whoop-de-doo.
You're going to boo him.
It's a 2-week tournament.
You realize that a third of the crowd there don't watch hockey. They're just going to see an American hero.
And they're going to look and go, where's Andy Pettitte? That's what they're going to think. It's the Yankees home opener. Jack Hughes, throw him out there July 3rd.
He just won the Olympics 2 months ago, dude.
Exactly. 2 months ago, the world's moved on. We've already played another world tournament. We're getting set for another.
Not when our hockey teams suck.
Oh, exactly. And how about Jack Hughes? Have a little respect. The Devils are closing out the season. I bet you tomorrow's a bigger deal for Jack Hughes than tonight's Devil game is.
Well, the season's over. I don't blame him for that.
Boot off the mound.
I am totally filming him doing this. Tiki, he's going to. You may not last the game.
You can't
I can't do it. What is that going to mean? They're going to remove me from the stadium?
No, but I could see someone decking you.
Yeah.
Then you take the punch from me.
I'm not taking anybody. I'm cheering Jack Hughes. I'm an Islander fan. I got no ill will towards Jack Hughes. He's an American hero.
Any
I got no problem with him.
self-respecting non-Devil fan boost tomorrow.
BS.
You have to have a raucous cheer or silence.
Raucous cheer
or silence. I'm talking to the fan base. I don't care if you're a Devils, if you're a Ranger fan or Islander fan. This is Jack Hughes who won the Olympic gold medal for the first time in 40 years.
He didn't rescue hostages overseas. He scored a goal in a hockey game.
May I ask you a question?
Dramatic goal.
What do you think Boomer would do?
You are a pain in the ass.
Do you think he would cheer Jack Hughes?
Oof.
It's a good question, right?
He'd say he'd cheer him because he doesn't want the heat, but he wouldn't cheer.
So if he was at the Yankees home opener,
he
would be silent.
He'd be silent.
Oh, I think he'd cheer him. I think you guys are dead wrong. I think he would put the Ranger-Devil rivalry behind him.
You can't boo him.
What do you mean I can't do it?
You can't.
You know what? Didn't Jack Hughes score that goal for my freedom? And my freedom says I could boo him.
By the way, Tiki, you are wrong. He absolutely can boo him, and I encourage him to because I want to see the results.
It's going to create shrapnel for our show. I'm serious. I think I'm joking.
You think we're going to take heat for it?
100%.
Why would we take heat? I'm cheering him.
Because that moron's name's on our show.
That's true.
It's with, though. You could say without.
Listen, I think he has a right to do it. If that's how he truly feels, I think you should boo him.
But why would you feel that way?
Well, I mean, we did this in February. Again, I just...
Because he's a Ranger fan.
Who cares? The Devils are 2 points above you.
We just had goalies fighting.
Who cares?
We just had goalies fighting.
Was Jack Hughes fighting? Because
no, because he's a wimp.
5'10", 155 pounds, he's not fighting anybody.
Exactly. So how's he an American hero? He couldn't even go in there and defend his team the other night in a fight.
Because when he had to take the shot, he took the shot.
Yeah, he could have passed. Selfish.
Mm-hmm.
I am now most excited about Sean booing Jack Hughes than anything else.
I will say, though, the seriousness in Tiki's voice is making me double think this. But we're going to have to sleep.
I think you're in good shape because I'm just projecting what time it's going to be a little bit before first pitch. Mm-hmm. I think Tiki's going to be getting food.
I might be getting food.
Well, no, you better make sure you're in the seat because you talked a big game
we're
today.
Off air at
12:55. Game's at 1:35.
That's kind of quick.
I understand.
That's quick. We got to pack up and
Well, here's what I'll do for Sean because I'm such a good teammate of yours. I will get you whatever food you want to make sure you're in the seat booing Jack Hughes, and then someone else in the audience needs to film him because I need to know what happens, even if I'm too busy getting him a hamburger or whatever he wants.
We'll figure this out. Either way, we'll be at the stadium tomorrow.
And you're set on booing poor Jack Hughes?
I'm booing
American hero?
I'm booing him before Will Warren. Tell you that.
So my invitation is tomorrow the Yankees play the Marlins in the home opener. I'm a big doubleheader kind of guy. Remember the Islander-Met doubleheader from this past Saturday?
Yes.
I'm doing a doubleheader on Friday because as soon as that Yankee game is over, I'm driving to Brooklyn for Nets-Hawks. So,
yeah, no thanks.
Who's with me?
I'm doing the doubleheader. I'm going to the Islanders tomorrow night.
What?
No, you're not.
I actually have violator tickets. My brother-in-law's taking them.
Are you really?
I'm not going to the game.
No,
No, tomorrow night is coloring Easter eggs.
So you're saying no to the Yankee Net doubleheader?
I couldn't say no fast. Calling it the Yes Network double dip.
That's a real bad job by you as a fan.
Slag nut nets.
That's going to be a good Friday for you, Evan.
Yeah. Thank you.
Tiki, way to nail it from downtown.
He's on fire. I will come back with your calls, 888-808-1019, the number. Sean will also give us a Cinco de Luncho. And how about Evan Neal's Thirst Trap? We'll explain coming up. Now, Fanatics Fest is the world's #1 sports fan festival, and it returns to the Javits Center in New York City from July 16th to the 19th. See top athletes, and just announced, former Met and Yankee greats are going to be in attendance. Listen to this list. This is crazy. Mike Piazza, Jorge Posada, David Wright, Mariano Rivera, Keith Hernandez, Don Mattingly, Darryl Strawberry, Andy Pettit, and Jose Reyes. Live panels, autographs, photo ops, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, plus exclusive merch drops you can only get at Fanatics Fest. This is the ultimate weekend where sports and culture collide. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours at fanaticsfest.com.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. It's also sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery.
Texting and driving? Big risk, big consequences. You risk traffic tickets, fines, and if you crash and injure someone, you could even go to prison. Pay attention or pay the price. Brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
This week on The Fan.
Keep listening for your chance to score a pair to see Wu-Tang Clan at PNC Bank Arts Center September 11th or at Northwell at Jones Beach Theater on September 13th. Get your tickets now at livenation.com.
Brought to you by Live Nation, The Fan 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Plumbers, contractors, and HVAC technicians, delivering great work takes the right team backing you up. If you want to score big with your clients, get an assist from your local General Plumbing Supply. GPS's real experts in plumbing, heating, cooling, kitchen, and bath are waiting to help make your next project a layup. So while you're dealing with your own day-to-day madness of getting the right part at the right time with the service you deserve, trust the real experts at General Plumbing Supply. 1-800-CALL-GPS.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch.
For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
Get in on the savings fund now at Nielsen Dodge during our lease pull-ahead event. Get out of your current lease early and get into a new vehicle. Don't wait for your lease to end. Upgrade now. We have hundreds of new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams to choose from. There's 0% financing available, 0 security deposit for qualified buyers with 0 down payment available.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport S 4x4, just $259 a month.
Or choose from hundreds of quality certified pre-owned vehicles. End your lease early and upgrade today. So, get out of the old and into the new. On Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at NielsenDodge.com. At Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deals sales event. With approval term 24 months, due at sign 8104, at tax tag 498, doc fee, and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Hey fans, on Sunday, April 19th, when the Yankees take on the Royals, take your family out to the ballpark for the chance to receive a very special kids giveaway. It's Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day. The first 10,000 kids, 14 and younger in attendance, will receive a Hershey Park Kids ticket, courtesy of Hershey Park. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. That's the Yankees and Royals on Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day, Sunday, April 19th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Hey everyone, Boomer Esiason here. I've spent years on the field learning what really matters most: reliability, consistency, and trust. That's why I love Red Pocket Mobile. You choose from 3 major 5G networks. Plans start at just $10 a month and stay there. Plus real customer care answers in under 2 minutes. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier. All-new Dunkin' Zero, only 20 calories. Zero sugar, the all-new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins, so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon, wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Suncest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0% fruit juice. Participation may vary, limited time offer.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-1424. 800-499-1424. 800-499-1424.
Your official home to talk New York sports is WFAN. Call us anytime at 888-808-1019. The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ Precision Cooking, Effortless Results, ChefIQ.com. If you're thinking of saving your money to attend the World Cup final at MetLife Stadium this summer, you're better off spending way less money at a Knicks playoff game. No, seriously. FIFA reopened ticket sales yesterday, and the top ticket price listed nearly touched $11,000 for a single ticket. A 1-0 game for $11,000 in 95-degree heat in July at MetLife sounds like a great Sunday.
You're funny. I wonder if they will sell. I know it's the World Cup, it so seems obvious. Like, of course it would sell, but it does remind me of what happened with WrestleMania this year, which is in Vegas. The WWE ticket prices for WrestleMania, 2-night event, through the roof, to the point where they couldn't sell tickets. Like, they were struggling to sell tickets, and so they started to slash the prices because they realized this isn't working. So you would know better than me, and I get the World Cup is an incredibly huge event, but I do wonder if absurd ticket prices are actually going to keep people from buying it.
They'll come down.
Oh, okay.
They have to, because when you look at some of these suite prices, they're like millions of dollars.
Millions.
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 Just to go watch a soccer match or a couple soccer matches.
I mean, listen, if you have the money to drop a few $1 million to get a suite for one soccer game,
it just tells you who the purchaser is.
Yeah.
It's a corporation. Who's
I
writing
get
it
you.
off.
I can't believe $1 million. For a suite for one game. It's not like a season. Like, I got 80
probably
games.
2 games.
Okay, 2 games.
Let me tell you something. That's a lot of pressure on the suite attendant. You can't be running low on ketchup. You drop $1 million. Everything has got to be taken care of.
You're expecting the best. Real quick, we'll get to some of your calls. Sean's got a Cinco de Luncho. Did you see the Evan Neal thirst trap video?
I did.
So LaCharles Bentley, former NFL player, I guess, is training him. And so it's this video of a very slimmed down, svelte Evan Neal doing these really impressive exercises.
I wondered if LaCharles Bentley could come back and play.
I mean, maybe.
Jacked.
He looked good.
He did.
Does that give you any encouragement or some encouragement on the prospects of Evan Neal this year?
It's the only thing that you can look at right now is that he's working. He's working at it. Because I remember my off seasons, they were exactly like that. They were grinding in it, and it's one of the reasons I was ready to retire because I didn't want to do that stuff anymore.
Right.
It's so hard on your mind, your body. It's a grind. It's exhausting, but it prepared you to have an opportunity to be great when the season started. So the fact that he's doing it, it's fantastic.
It's a great sign. I mean,
why it took so long, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
Sometimes you need a humbling. We've had these arguments about Anthony Richardson and other athletes where when you say to me, the guy doesn't work hard, I always hold out hope of, there's always time to change.
Yeah, something can always catalyze them into doing something differently.
And what's encouraging about Evan Neal is we witnessed a few times in history of the Giants and the Jets, recent history, these failed first-round picks actually become serviceable NFL players elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like Mekhi Becton and Eric Flowers. And wouldn't it be something if this guy, Evan Neal, turns himself into a serviceable player?
Yeah.
Now, I get he'll always be a bust because he'll never live up to the expectations of where he was drafted. But if he's going to be a serviceable NFL player, why not here?
Well, the thing I'm most encouraged by is that this new motivation that we see from Evan Neal, and I don't know what his other off seasons were like, but this one looks like he's really grinding at it. It almost feels like it was because he had a conversation with John Harbaugh.
Maybe.
Now that go ahead.
Trevor Bauer has a home.
With a Major League Baseball team?
Trevor Bauer is coming to New York.
With a Major League Baseball team. It's going to be the Long Island Ducks.
He's coming to the Long Island Ducks. Now, Trevor Bauer has been signed and is currently scheduled to be the opening day starter for the Long Island Ducks on April 21st. As reported by the Ducks, he's also agreed to be mic'd up for games and practices, providing unprecedented access to the Atlantic League and Long Island Ducks.
There you go. Good for the Ducks. If that's what they want to do, maybe they sell a few extra tickets. Good for them.
And I thought you were wrapping your point. I didn't mean to hit it there. I was waiting for that.
No, but it was. I could. When you said Trevor Bauer has a home, I knew immediately. All right. Is it Japan?
Well,
Is it Korea?
I had 3 callers in a row call. How haven't you broken the glass yet? How haven't you broken the glass
wow, they're demanding
content for content's sake.
Yeah.
That's what this sounds like. Ooh. How old is Trevor Bauer?
I'm going to guess he's in his 33, 34, somewhere in that range.
I feel like he's been out for so long.
2021 is when he signed with the Dodgers over the Mets.
35.
And he got suspended. And then baseball teams have said, no gracias.
Yeah.
We're good. And I don't think he's pitched exceptionally well in the places he's been, but also with Trevor Bauer, I think there must be information we're not even aware of that owners are all agreeing we're not touching him.
Right.
Because bad guys get signed. Marcelo Zuna is a bad guy. And good job by Met fans who are chanting DUI at him because I think chanting the other thing is almost disrespectful to his significant other. So I think go with the DUI, don't go with the other thing. But Marcelo Zuna continues to get a job. So the fact that Trevor Bauer doesn't, that's all you need to know.
What's it telling you?
Well,
a lot.
That he did something more than we even know. Anyhow, feed us, Sean.
Oh.
It's in the booth, somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Cinco de Roncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere.
How'd you forget that?
I had it ready. Then I went to break the glass, and then I was looking over at calls, and then I remembered, I was supposed to do it. Okay. Anyway, for those that celebrate and the kids out there, a very special guest comes to your home on Sunday, the Easter Bunny. And I've processed this, and I've thought about it a lot as a parent that I allow a creature to come into my home several times throughout the year. So it got me thinking, who are my 5 favorite people that break into homes? Here we go.
Here we go. Number 5.
The kid's imaginary friends, if you have one of those out there, here's why I like it. What a relief it must be if your kid's a bit of a loner and they make an imaginary friend. You don't have to occupy them as much. And I think that's a great person to break into your home is the imaginary friend.
That's a good one.
All right, here we go.
Number 4.
Dead relatives. Look, I understand it could be creepy, but I find it comforting when things happen in your home and the dog's barking at a corner that nobody's standing there, that somebody's visiting you and still looking out. It gives me hope for the afterlife. I like a good dead relative breaking into my home.
If it's true that this is, if it's true that that's true, what I need to know, and maybe I'll find out when I'm dead, is do they see everything, or is it just certain moments where they pop in? Because there's plenty of moments where I would not like a dead relative seeing what I'm doing.
Well, they also can't shame you.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but nevertheless, I still, whether they're shaming me or not, I don't want to see that.
Right.
So that's my question about the whole, afterlife thing.
Okay, here we go.
Number 3.
Number 3 for me is Santa. And you might be saying, Sean, how is this not number 1? Here's why Santa falls back to 3. Well, he brings jolliness and the gifts and all of that. I got to feed this guy. At least the dead relatives, they're not picking at your fridge. The imaginary friends, no problem. Santa's fat ass needs cookies everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
I got to remember before he comes.
And he could be making out with your grandma.
That's right.
Well, the other thing about Santa
and she
is
gets run over by a reindeer.
He always leaves something over. Like, he can't even do the dishes. Like, if milk is going to be left and cookies are going to be left, can you at least put everything away?
Yeah. And we're going to throw carrots on the lawn, too, for his reindeer can eat them all. All right.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the Easter Bunny. Unlike Santa, he doesn't expect cookies and milk, but you always got to worry about that rabbit poop, man. I'm way worried. Sunday morning, am I going to step in a big load in the living room?
What do you think you're actually eating in that wrapped candy bar?
Yeah, Reese's just said they changed their ingredients again.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and last but not least.
Number 1.
Tooth Fairy for me. Tooth Fairy is by far the best person to break into your home. They fly in the window. They fly out. They leave a couple of bucks. Losing a tooth is traumatizing as enough. Your kids should be rewarded. The most harmless of home burglaries is from the Tooth Fairy. I'm all in. And they take something out of your house you don't want to take because it's gross.
Right. They're paying you to take something that you don't want to put your hands on.
Absolutely. So those are my 5 favorite people that break into your homes.
The thing about the Tooth Fairy, though, is they're
By
going...
the way, Evan, mark off this one. I don't know how you're going to do this.
What category?
Yeah.
It's in the other category.
Okay.
That's what I included for. The weird thing about the Tooth Fairy is they're breaking into your kid's room and gently picking up their pillow and putting something there.
Without waking them.
Without waking them, and you're not around. It's a little creepy. I mean, we're okay with some kind of adult sneaking into our child's room. Well, whatever it is.
The fairy is like...
Yeah.
Oh, it's small?
Like Tinkerbell.
I didn't realize that.
You think a fairy is 6'2" out of the WNBA? How they get through the window?
I thought it was like a normal-sized human. I didn't realize that they were that small.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the magic.
So it's not that weird?
No, it's like us carrying a kettlebell, them carrying the tooth.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Sean. There's your Cinco de Luncho, which we all remember except for Sean. He seemed to have a memory issue with that. We're going to have an earlier lunch tomorrow because we're doing the show at Yankee Stadium, so be ready for that lunch show a little bit earlier.
A pre-noon lunch.
The good thing about the lunch tomorrow is I'm not the one pressing that button. I'll be ready to go to speak. It's
that's true.
The other half of me that's not here.
Do we know who is running the board back at the shop while we're at Yankee Stadium?
No. We might be on autopilot.
Does anybody know who's doing it?
The schedule says me.
Oh, that's a problem.
But I'm going to be in the Bronx.
I do want to address something because I'm getting a lot of emails about this. I understand, and it is my fault, I own it, that the recent Rico Brogna had very bad audio quality. And I'll tell you exactly why. There was an issue with my microphone, so I kept buying new microphones, and the one I tried yesterday did not work very well. I'm a little agitated that Hoff didn't tell me 5 minutes in, the mic sounds like crap, try something different. But I still love Pete.
Yeah.
And his answer to me was, I didn't want to ruin your flow. And I'm like, trust me, I'd refine the flow. But I'm getting a lot of emails from people concerned about my health because the mic was off, they think I have a lisp or I had some kind of dental surgery. And trust me, it sucks. I actually couldn't sleep at night last night because I was so annoyed about the mic quality. But we are efforting to improve it. I have a new microphone. I got the great Steve Apria coming over real soon to help me fix it. So I'm on a mission to get better mic quality. So I just want to apologize. If you can't listen to the Rico, I'm sorry.
Right.
What could I tell you?
I sent you a suggestion for a new mic.
He did. Thank you, Tiki.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate that. All right, let's get to some of your phone calls. 888-808-1019. Steve in Houston, Texas. What's up, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call again. It's enjoyable to get to listen to your show when I take a couple of days off.
Appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
Evan, let's not kid ourselves. Remember that time Pete Hoffman let the music play all night long?
Oh, that's legendary.
Rico ever.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Rico, the Rico has its moments. But the more I listen to your guys' show, the more I start to think Sean's not crazy. If you're going to boo a devil, tomorrow's the day, because in 3 days after it, he's going to risen. So boo the devil tomorrow. Boo the devil. The Olympics are over. But on top of that, I think Sean's also right. There's a rift in that Seattle Mariner locker room, which I like Dan Wilson. You would think a catcher would tell his catcher, hey, how are you not slapping somebody on the butt?
Right.
That's your teammate. And look at the start he's getting off to.
No, there is something off about that, and I wonder if that happened in New York, how much time we would spend discussing it. I do have to say, I think you got your stories wrong.
Right. No, he's saying that Jack Hughes.
The devil isn't rising this weekend.
No, but he's saying that
Jesus is.
Yeah, but he's.
Did he not mess that up?
No, he's saying that people are viewing Jack Hughes as Jesus.
Oh. Wow, that's a wild one.
As the savior.
So Jack Hughes, who plays for the Devils, is the savior.
And so he's saying, go ahead. Kill him tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
Right?
What a dark conversation this is engulfed in.
Betray your Lord. But he'll rise on Sunday.
I got you. Bottom line is Steve is giving Sean permission to boo Jack Hughes when he throws out the first pitch tomorrow at Yankees opening day.
Mm-hmm. It'll sound like Hughes. Maybe that's what it'll come across as.
Do you think any other person besides you would boo Jack Hughes at Yankees opening day?
I think a lot of people had already forgotten. I think a lot of people tomorrow, if they didn't know, would have stood there and went, wait, who's throwing out the first pitch? It's Yankee opening day.
Yeah, but if they introduce him as hero of Team USA not New Jersey Devil superstar, that almost will disarm people or let them forget in a way that he's a Devil.
Well, this is where Tiki's 100% right. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people going to sit in that building who don't watch hockey. Yeah. Who are going to, that was the guy that scored the goal.
And he's got a USA jersey.
Right.
Oh, I got it.
I get it.
Yeah, cheer. Oh, yeah, right, Jack Hughes.
And I'm just saying.
And you're going to come out there like Pontius Pilate.
Well, look, I just think that if you're a diehard non-Devil fan that does love hockey, I don't know how you stand there and give him a standing ovation. Now, you want to say be silent? Okay.
Just be silent.
You can't be
cheering. Be respectful.
And frankly, I'm sorry. The bigger issue is he should not be throwing out the first pitch. The more I think about it, it's an issue.
But why?
Again, it goes back to my argument I made about wanting Cam Schlittler to throw out the home opener. Yankee opening day, it means something. Like, the Team USA hero could throw out any of the other 81 games. I need a Yankee hero throwing out the first pitch to start the season.
I think I'm classier than you because I'm trying to think of an example where I could be in your shoes as someone who hates the Devils and hates Jack Hughes because I don't feel that way as an Islander fan, to be honest with you. So I got an example. Do you remember when Mariano Rivera pitched in his last All-Star game? It was at Citi Field.
Yes.
When he walked off the mound, I cheered him. And Mariano Rivera's caused me plenty of pain. Like, he's Mariano Rivera. He got the final out of the 2000 World Series. But out of respect for his career, and it is the All-Star game, it has nothing to do with Mets-Yankees, I didn't stand. I didn't scream like a child, but I said, hey, respect. Why can't you just show respect? It really has nothing to do with the Rangers.
You know what? You're right. When Jack Hughes is done with his career, I'll go to Prudential. That's my promise, and I'll cheer him off the ice for respect for a great career.
You're not going to do that.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, he has to have a great career first, and then I'll do it.
He's having a great career.
Is he? The oft-injured, never in the playoffs, Jack Hughes?
Harsh, man.
Who prioritized the Olympics? Rush back from his injury?
They all did. Everybody did.
I know.
Harvey in Dix Hills. What's up, Harvey?
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Wonderful. What's up, man?
Pretty good. I love quarterback drafts. Try to be quick with this. My special one was the Eli Manning, Rivers, and Roethlisberger draft, where all three of them have great careers. But the most interesting was the Baker Mayfield draft where Baker Mayfield and Darnold didn't mature until later. And believe me, to this day, I'm one of two people who love the Barkley pick. I want him to take Lamar Jackson at some point. However, for Sean, with this coming quarterback draft, we would make a nice Cinco de Luncha. I think that I'd like to see what he does with that. The other thing is interesting enough. What are you just said that the Vegas team just made a move. Is there a chance that they're not going to take Mendoza?
No, I mean, we hold out hope, and that was my initial reaction when Sean broke the glass and said, hey, Kirk Cousins signed a 5-year deal, even with all the opt-outs or the options that the Raiders have.
Tiki broke the glass, but...
Well, no, you broke the glass. Oh, you broke the glass?
Yes.
I didn't break any glass. I just brought it up.
There was no glass broken, but the broken news was
Yes.
by Tiki.
Yes, I apologize. The news around Cousins going to the Raiders, followed by the contract. And I tried on the air to talk myself into, could the Raiders move on from Mendoza? It is very, very unlikely.
Yeah.
They have essentially said they're going to draft him.
You might as well take the sure thing that you have right now.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how any of these other guys, because we've talked about, there's a bunch of them next year. Drew Mestamaker, who I keep reminding you of, Arch Manning, to name a few, that are going to be highly thought of going into the seasons. Then they could all suck. And all of a sudden, it's not a great quarterback draft. But you get Mendoza, who had a phenomenal season, Heisman Trophy winner, brilliant man, young man. It's almost a no-brainer.
And what's funny is, I think you may have done this or others have, when you try to comp Fernando Mendoza from a personality standpoint
it's
and
hard.
a geeky standpoint,
It's hard.
I think it's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
So he's getting groomed by the person that, and I don't mean his talent level, and I don't mean what his career is going to turn into. I'm talking about the geeky personality part of Mendoza.
The Ned Flanders thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it feels like Cousins.
Yeah. Like tweed shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of guy.
But what's funny is, like, Kirk's had a pretty good NFL career.
Of course
I
he
think
has.
that's a fair way to describe it.
And he's made a ton of money.
That's a different story. Like, off the field, the guy is the king. I think this is the 11th consecutive year in which he has a guaranteed contract in the NFL, which is kind of nuts. But if I told a Raider fan Fernando Mendoza's career is going to be Kirk Cousins, you would be disappointed. You would be. Number 1 overall pick, quarterback, you would be. If you told me as a Jet fan I was getting Fernando Mendoza and he was Kirk Cousins.
How deep did Kirk ever get in the postseason?
Won a playoff game.
That was it, right?
That was
I
it.
think he
Yeah.
beat the Saints in one playoff game.
Yeah, that was
it.
That was the furthest he's ever gone in the postseason.
Wow.
And if you look at his career, it's a good career. Again, it's good, but it's not number 1 pick overall good.
Yeah.
Because there is a bar. It's like we talked about with Evan Neal, where he gets drafted. There's a bar, and it's tough to get to that bar. Mark's in Oceanside, New York. Hey, Mark.
Happy holidays to the three of you.
Appreciate it. Happy holidays, man.
Okay. Baseball for you, Evan, and a football question for Tiki. Evan, I believe that the chief problem with the New York Mets is David Stearns. Obviously, he had a terrible year last year with signings and trades, and I think he's repeated it this year. I mean, Marcus Semien, he's just god-awful, and he blew any chance we had to win the game yesterday.
He was awful, and he's been awful. He's in an 0-for-18 batting slump, and he would be the first guy I'm concerned about. I mentioned that yesterday, even before he took the 0-for, because of his age and because he's already showing signs of decline. So I get that, but before we grade David Stearns' offseason, we need to play more than 6 games.
Right.
And I'll tell you one big difference between the Mets of last year and the Mets of this year, despite the offense feeling, anemic and hopeless. What I stressed with you guys over and over again, and I said it on the Rico a lot, is the Mets have to hit. The Mets have to hit. The Mets have to hit. Even when they were playing well and they were pitching well, I remember arguing with Tommy. I said, come on, the pitching isn't sustainable. And you know him. Like, why not? You knew it wasn't. The difference with this team is I think their pitching could be awesome.
Right.
Like, their pitching could be really good. Now, I admit there's some coulds in there. Like Kodai Senga staying healthy is a could. Nolan McLean blossoming into a star is a could. But I think when you look at a Freddie Peralta at the top, the potential of McLean, we feel so good about Clay Holmes as compared to last year. And yes, the Kodai Senga factor. The New York Mets identity could very well be their rotation.
Right.
They could have one of the best pitching staffs in the sport.
But at some point, you're going to have to score.
You're going to have to score.
Games like yesterday are going to happen and too often.
Yes, but the difference is, of course, like you can't score 1 run or 0 runs. Acknowledged. But I thought last year their identity would have to be their offense. That doesn't have to be the case this year.
No.
They could have the identity of a really good rotation and win a lot of close, low-scoring games. Right. I'd like them to score a lot of runs, but that's the difference because we always like to compare last year to this year. That's the difference from last year because I remember saying like they have to hit. That has to be their thing. They have to score 5 runs per game. They did not. They were not good enough offensively last year. There's a world where the Mets win a lot of games and they do it on the backs of their pitching. Do you see that world? Or am I crazy?
Of course, it might be what they have to rely upon, at least in the first part of the season, is make sure your pitching is really not even your starting pitching, because I think you feel confident in that right now. But the management of your bullpen is done right. So the first part of the season, until their bats come alive, is really on Mendoza, the manager. Otherwise, you're going to start questioning his acumen because you know that you can't hit. You know that you can't score. So, it's dicey. It's like a fine line to walk for the Mets right now. And it's got to be somewhat discomforting, but what can you do?
I played a game with Pete Hoffman on the Rico. I'm going to play it with you real quick. Little prediction game. Mets are about to play 4 games in San Francisco beginning tonight. Okay? Robbie Ray tonight. Logan Webb's going to pitch the wrapper-upper on Sunday. How many runs will the Mets score in these 4 games? Tiki Barber.
8.
That's a problem.
Of course it is.
That's a problem.
They're probably only winning 2.
Well, but if they score 8 runs and win 2 games, I'd get out of there thrilled.
Well, the Giants may only score 1 run.
That's true. All right, so you got 8 runs over 4 games, which they better pitch their ass off if they're going to win 2 of them. How many runs will the Mets score in 8 games, Sean?
I'm going to go 14, but I think they have a game where they score like 9 runs.
By the way, that is true, and that's 14. What could be misleading about it. Yeah.
Yes. I think they have like one game where it's like a crazy amount of runs.
They scored 12 runs in 5 games.
So you think that means that continues? Because that's what you're implying. Well,
I'm saying it's going to continue.
Now they're
for
going
most
on the road?
Yeah, I get it, but 14 runs in 4 games is not a lot. It's less than 4 runs a game. That's not a lot. That's not good.
And especially if you do it the way, like you're telling me the other 3 games are combined 5 runs. You know what I mean? Like I'm giving you one just makes no sense game.
I just don't, what evidence do you have that they're all hitting?
Well, it's baseball.
Especially with Mendoza putting a rookie up there against a lefty.
Do you think Marcus Semien is a 125 hitter?
Yes, because he's hitting 125.
Yeah, but wait, hold on. You know what I mean by that. Like, the evidence
all I've heard
from
you on the Rico is he's a declining player.
Yeah, but a declining player is not hitting 125. A declining player is hitting 220. So he's better than the way he's performed.
No, a potential MVP is hitting 220.
What?
Cal Raleigh?
Well, no. But you know what I mean. Like, Marcus Semien is better than 0 for 18. Even though I'm nervous about him, or he'd be the first guy I'm nervous about. You're being too reactionary to these 3 games. I'm surprised by you.
And again, as bad as the offense has been,
Here's
they
the thing.
still chase Paul Skeens.
I don't know Marcus Semien.
Right.
I don't watch the Rangers. I have no idea. So why am I saying, well, my historical knowledge of Marcus Semien tells me that he's going to be fine? I don't know.
Well, I didn't say fine. I just said you think he's a 120
I can only
hitter.
tell you what he's doing right now, and it's not good.
I know, but your prediction
I
is
can
based...
only tell you that Francisco Lindor historically has terrible starts to season.
Right.
And that's kind of what he is right now, despite having an 800 and something OPS right now because he walks all the damn time. But I can't tell you any of these. I don't know this team.
No, I get that. I just, like, the Mets may only score 8 runs in these 4 games. I cannot tell you you're wrong. Like, their offensive slump can very well continue.
Right.
I find it odd that you scoffed at him saying 14 when that's not even a good number.
Right. Carson Benz is a rookie.
I get you.
He's getting thrown up against lefties. He's getting managed by a freaking guy I don't even know his name.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I was very upset about that on the Rico. I think that's why you're mentioning that right now.
It is.
I
didn't even think about it until you said it on the Rico. I was like, you know what? Carson Benz didn't stay. He pinch hit in this game.
Yeah. That was the thing that annoyed me the most.
and then the other man, what's his name? I forget his name.
For who?
The St. Louis's manager.
Oh, Ali Mormal.
Mormal, whatever the hell his name.
Marmal.
He throws a lefty in there.
I know. That pissed me off. Jojo Romero. Yeah, I think they're going to score 18 runs in these 4 games, which also, again, is not that high of a number. It's 4 games.
Right.
Like, if you average 5 per game, that's 20 runs.
Right.
So we have ourselves on record. We'll see. We'll find out on Monday how they do. I'm not telling you the Mets are a great offense. I'm just telling you that, like, it's baseball. I think Sean actually had the best answer. What's my evidence? My evidence is it's baseball. And sometimes things don't make any sense. Like, the Yankees right now have allowed how many runs in 6 games?
3?
It's absurd.
Is that right?
No, because they gave up 3 yesterday. So it's 3 plus 1 is 4 plus whatever it is. It's a low number. Because baseball makes no sense, they could give up 8 tomorrow against the Marlins. And by the way, win 9-8. It's the beauty of the game. So sometimes none of it makes sense. Let's go to Alan in New Hyde Park. What's up, Alan?
Hello, guys. How you doing? Hope all is well.
Thanks.
First of all, this is Sean. Listen, I don't boo anybody at any game. Through the fact that I've been watching all these sports for multiple decades.
Coward.
Your comment on Jack Hughes, I completely disagree with. I'm probably one of the biggest Ranger fans on this station.
And you're not going to boo
based
him?
on chronological order of my age at 75, I have the right to say this to you. What Jack Hughes did, he's not the enemy when he played for the USA team and he won that gold medal.
Okay.
The fact that you think he should be booed at Yankee Stadium, Evan's an Islander fan. I don't think he would even consider booing Jack Hughes. I told this to Mark a couple of weeks ago. I was away with my birthday with my family.
Happy birthday.
And my friend called me up because the Devils played the Rangers while I was away, and the fans booed him. I would never have done that. He deserves the respect of the New York media and the New York fans
Sean.
for what he accomplished.
Alan,
and there's nothing you can tell me that can disagree with what I'm saying.
Alan.
Because he is the one that scored the goal.
Alan, can I
If it was a
congratulate you?
Ranger,
Alan, can I
if
congratulate
it was
you?
Belichick, you'd be thrilled.
Or you can
But
keep
what
going.
Hughes did.
Well, can you jump in?
What
What do you want to say?
Alan, can I congratulate you?
What? Say that again?
Can I congratulate you?
Just say it. You can congratulate.
I want to
me,
congratulate
whatever
you
want
being
to
the
do.
first
I'm
75-year-old
just
fraud I've
giving-
ever
I'm
spoke
just
to in my life.
giving point on what he accomplished.
Why
for
is
the
he a
USA
fraud?
What did he
team.
accomplish? He played a tournament for 2
Thank you, Alan.
weeks.
Why did you let him go for? You let him go for like 8 minutes.
Yeah, that
What
was
the heck is wrong
bothering
with
me.
you?
Like I didn't cut him off. Tiki didn't cut him off because it was your job to interact with him, and you
I
let
kept
him go.
interacting.
Yeah.
He didn't want to listen,
No,
and that's
you
the
didn't
problem.
interact. You just sat there going like, Alan.
That's the cue for a listener to go, yes, Sean.
Yeah.
And then I go, you're
and
a
you're
fraud.
just going to call him a fraud?
He is a fraud.
Why is he a fraud?
He wants to school me because he's older than me, that he knows more. I'm tired of hearing this Jack Hughes is an American hero. I think what he did for Team USA was
He's an
great.
American sports hero. Do you not agree?
Well, now you've changed the wording.
Exactly.
Now you've changed the wording.
Exactly.
Yes, an American sports hero? Sure, he
Yes.
scored the game winning. He's not an American
Yes.
hero.
He's
not.
an American sports
And
hero.
Okay. And guess what? American sports heroes can get booed.
Really?
Yeah.
Name one.
That can get booed?
He booed Aaron Judge.
Cal
This guy.
Raleigh yesterday. He was on Team
name
USA.
Name one.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
They did not win.
Oh, you got to win, you mean?
Tell me an
I'll
American
give you
sports
one.
hero who's won a
give you one.
championship. You booing Michael Phelps?
During Rangers Capitals.
You booing Carl Lewis?
No. Rangers fans booed TJ Oshie after his shootout thing when he was in the playoff series with the Rangers when he was being an agitator.
You could just do the basketball one. LeBron James. People boo LeBron. He won a gold medal, didn't he?
Right after he won a gold medal.
Well, we couldn't because it was during the summer.
Okay.
We didn't have a chance.
You don't think TJ Oshie was thought of that way for Team USA hockey?
So right after his first game back, he got booed wherever he went.
No, but I mean, people would eventually boo him once he played basketball.
That's the point. It's
Next
months.
year, you can boo Jack Hughes.
Oh, we get a year?
It's months later.
He's playing meaningless hockey right now with the Devils. Even
And
though
he
they won
was
some
in those
game down
2
the
weeks,
stretch.
too, playing meaningless hockey. And that's the point.
What are you talking? So wait, hold on. This is like Manfred calling
A piece of metal?
a piece of 10. That's basically what you're saying. The 2 weeks of the Olympics is nothing. It's nonsense.
I think
it's meaningless.
I think
it's
not-
meaningless hockey.
I don't think it's anything. I think it's
Wow.
something for you as a player. Like, I would appreciate if I was a player as a fan.
You
It
know
is
what's
meaningless to
happening?
me.
You're walking on a bridge that's getting thinner and thinner every step that you take, and you don't realize that soon your fat ass is going to fall off because there's nowhere to stand, and you won't stop. You just keep walking. You're like a freaking lemon falling nothing though.
You're a schmuck.
I can't argue that. At least the bridge is getting thinner tonight.
Oh, baby. I can't wait. Tomorrow at Yankee Stadium, 24 hours from now.
Sean, don't do it. I'm just telling you.
Sean, I think
Take my advice.
Sean,
Don't do it.
listen to the angel in your head that tells you to do what you want to do. All right? If you want to boo an American hero, you have every right to do it. And I have every right to film it. That's the truth. Now, Yankee fans, I know you guys are very excited about what's going on the field. I'm here to tell you that there's something going on off the field with the Yankees that should excite you even more. We'll get into the details coming up, plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019.
Does anybody have anything, or is it just my fat ass?
It's just you, bro. Good luck.
All right.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The football ramifications of LA Rams star receiver Puka Nacua checking himself into rehab are pretty far-reaching. We know this is an all-in season for the Rams. Maybe Matthew Stafford's last year. Sean McVay has said Devontae Adams was dangled in trade talks, and it's been reported the Rams were in on Eagles receiver A.J. Brown. I expect the Rams to make a trade or take a receiver 13th overall in the draft. I'm Nick Costos.
My whole identity had been wrapped up in being a soldier. To have that so violently ripped from me when I was wounded, I was lost for a very long time. When Wounded Warrior Project came into my life, being around the other warriors, people that had similar experiences that I did, it was a game changer for me. Having King join the group, that was the beginning of a really good friendship. It's a good time.
I first heard about Wounded Warrior Project through CQ. And at first I was kind of like, I don't know if I qualify. But having been a part of it, it's kind of taught me that it's not just the wounds that you can see, but it's those that you can't.
When you do something like a peer support group with Wounded Warrior Project and come together from different walks of life, man, the growth is incredible. If not for Wounded Warrior Project, I really don't think that I'd be here today.
See how we help warriors combat stigma at woundedwarriorproject.org/combat stigma.
Question: what business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. Right now is the time to make sure that your current cooling system is ready for hot weather. You don't want it to fail when it's 90 degrees out, and if it's over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now from my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling. They are New Jersey's air conditioning experts and have been for decades. Take it from me. These guys have done plenty of work on my house. You'll save money and stay cooler. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
John Fogerty. Steve Winwood. The Legacy Tour. Saturday, September 12th, Northwell at Jones Beach Theater. Celebrating two legends. One night of hits. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss John Fogerty and Steve Winwood live.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
I am fired up about something good, something positive. I guess what's unfortunate for me is it's not about any of the teams I root for, but it's certainly about a team prominent in New York. Brendan Cuddy of The Athletic wrote a piece about the New York Yankees. And I'm going to read to you the first paragraph and a half because I thought it was important. I don't know how many people have seen it. I love The Athletic, so I pay the money for it every single month. Yep. Maybe a lot of people don't.
As do I.
Oh, so you do? Okay, good. I want to read this to you and tell me if it means as much as I feel it means, because I think this is great if you're a Yankee fan. Sean, take a listen, because I don't think he buys The Athletic. Do you buy The Athletic?
Do I buy The Athletic? Yeah, I think it's a good place. I buy that it's good.
Okay. That's not what I asked, but all right.
Do you spend money
Do
for
you
a subscription?
Purchase? Yes.
Kiss my fatty!
That's my question.
I read The Athletic.
So someone sends you screenshots?
Hey, there's always websites. I read The Athletic.
All right, I'm going to read to you guys on the radio the first paragraph and a half from Brendan Cuddy. When the New York Yankees met before Saturday's win over the San Francisco Giants, three key veterans, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and Paul Goldschmidt, impressed upon their teammates the importance of bringing their highest level of focus to every game they play this year, several players told The Athletic.
Wow.
At the end of the day, Stanton said, it's focus with it being every day, late nights, cross country, early mornings, whatever you want. Focus is the main thing that sways with energy as well. But low energy is low focus. It's one and the same. And the reason this was harped on by these three veterans is because of last year. Now, it's fair to say, well, what happened last year? They lost a tiebreaker to the Toronto Blue Jays. And they believe that one game and one lack of focus cost them that. And if they would have had that, as we have pointed out many times, the New York Yankees probably go to the World Series.
Right.
Because they don't play the Red Sox. They have home field advantage in the DS and CS. And Aaron Boone's track record, you can argue with it if you want, but you're wrong, is that if the Yankees have home field advantage, they go to the World Series. Now, I've said that. You've said that. For Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, and Paul Goldschmidt to harp on that on a team meeting, the second day of the year, or the third day of the year to be exact, talking about the importance of focus and every game matters. I don't know how, if you're a Yankee fan, you don't get,
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
excited.
That's leadership, though. That's
leadership.
That's trying to get collectively a team to take the next step. That's what that is, and it's awesome to hear. Now it's a matter of getting it fulfilled each and every game, which I think is harder than it sounds. But probably not for most teams. It'd be harder than it sounds, but not for this Yankee team because there's so many veterans on this team. It's not like guys who are just. I mean, Cam is different. Trying to think who else is young. Nobody else is young. The outfield is veteran. Most of the infield is veteran. It's just a couple of pitchers. Everybody else is veteran.
But you know what else this says? And there's a benefit to this.
Yeah.
Like, we talked earlier about the Mets. It's the same crap. And I'm like, it is, but it isn't. Like, they went 1 for 29 with runners in scoring position, but 16 of those at-bats came from guys who weren't on the team last year. There's a benefit to them basically being the same team as they were last year, because that message gets through really clear. Like when Giancarlo Stanton is saying in front of the team, hey, focus matters. And you want to know why it matters? Because we lost a tiebreaker to the Blue Jays. You don't have someone in the back of the room saying, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, if some leader in the Met locker room said, hey, we struggled in April hitting with runners in scoring position, half the room's going to say, what happened now?
What are y'all talking about? I hit fine in April. What do you mean?
So there is like almost this weird benefit to how it is the quote-unquote run-it-back Yankees, and that a message like that coming from the three veterans, Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, and Paul Goldschmidt, will ring in people's ears. I thought that was really encouraging. And I think as a Yankee fan, that should pump you up because the players are basically telling you, dude, every day matters. And we need to be focused. And every win, it makes a difference. And I'm so happy that happened to the Yankees and the Mets the last couple of years because I've been screaming this forever. Right. Tiebreakers, this and that. It makes a difference. It was the reason the Yankees didn't win the division, and certainly you can argue a reason they didn't get to the World Series.
No, it's obvious, and it's just encouraging that the veterans on this team, the leaders on this team, are being the leaders on this team. And it's weird because we always say judge. It's really Stanton.
Stanton's the real leader.
Second straight year for Stanton.
Yeah.
Remember, we had a similar, wasn't it an April speech last year from Stanton over the World Series?
It was about the World Series runner-up ring, right?
Well, I think those are two separate things. I think there was one where he lost it on the team, basically firing everybody up. And then there was the whole, hey, we don't. Yeah, maybe it was one and the same. I forget. Yeah. But bottom line is your point is correct. Giancarlo Stanton, and this is not to besmirch Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton really feels like the leader of the team in a lot of ways.
And especially the vocal leader of the team.
Yeah, and maybe leadership is done in two different ways. Like Aaron Judge is the quiet leader. He's the guy you follow. He's the best player in baseball. And Giancarlo Stanton is like the hulking, tough guy who's like cursing at people, telling them, we got to win it all. Right. While Aaron Judge is like, yeah, listen to him. Yeah. You know, so maybe they have like a good dynamic, a good cop, bad cop, if you will.
Well, one is like the captain in charge, and one is the enforcer. Like the guy who you said, go talk to G. He'll take care of it.
That's right. It's the opposite of what we joked about earlier, how Cat and Jalen Brunson are off on the floor, and Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor are off the field. And then you got these two guys who are like, they come across like they're BFFs.
Right.
Like, yeah, I got you, and you got me, and we're running this room.
Right. If you got a problem, go talk to G.
Yeah. When I read that article, I had a vision. I had a vision.
What's the vision?
Do you want me to tell you the vision?
Yeah, it was. I think I'm going to wake up one day and be a Yankee fan.
No. I am.
We said Cam Schlittler is Jacob deGrom.
No, it wasn't that either. It was that this could be the year. Like maybe they do have that maybe this is the edge that the Yankees need. They're always talented. They're always right there. It's a crapshoot. Blah blah blah. But I did start to have this. Oh crap! Maybe it is their year.
This could be the X factor type thing.
Yeah, and it's not about
over.
It's not about five.
I can see that.
It's not about 5-1. I'm not over exaggerating to 6 games. Maybe I'm over exaggerating to an athletic article in which I'm like, I like the dynamic in that room. I like the stressing of focus, and I do bring the Mets in this regard. The Mets didn't lose a game because of it. But there was a lack of focus from the captain of the freaking team in the first inning of a rubber game of a 3-game series.
Right.
So on the heels of Lindor has no focus and he's supposed to be the leader of the team, I'm hearing Giancarlo Stanton talk about, hey, it's early mornings, it's cross-country trips, it's late nights, but man, we got to be focused. And I think when those two things are being consumed in my head within 6 hours of each other, they jump out at you.
Yeah.
Can I counter-argument something?
Go ahead.
And again, this fires me up. I love all of this. Can the Yankees not feel like they need pressurized to have to only win series when they have home field, though, too? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I don't know what you mean.
It almost reads as if every game matters because we didn't have home field versus Toronto last year, and that's why we didn't win. When I want to look at it the other way, which is it doesn't matter where we play, it doesn't matter where we go, we are going to win every game this year. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost focused on it was so important for them home field.
But isn't that unrealistic? Like winning every game.
Of course, that's unrealistic, but it almost feels like they're putting pressure on. We need to get home field. Whereas I want this team to finally break through and be able to win series if they don't have home field that they didn't otherwise win in previous years.
I see what you're saying. So being resilient enough.
Yeah.
If you break the streak that we keep talking about. That every postseason that the Yankees do not have every postseason series, including the World Series, where the Yankees don't have home field advantage. They have lost in the Aaron Boone era.
And look, I want them to get home field.
So break that.
Right.
If it happens, fantastic.
That's what I'm saying.
Break that. I think that's so far down the line, though.
It probably is, but again, it's a quote. It's whatever. It reads to me like they feel the importance of getting home field. Whereas I want that importance, but I also don't want them feeling like it's going to be a letdown if they don't. I need them with that mentality.
I think you're interpreting it very wrong. We have stressed the importance of home field because of the data. And we have brought this up 3 years in a row now of, wow, it's kind of crazy. Like, this isn't the case with all these other teams.
Right.
But when they have home field advantage, they haven't lost in the Aaron Boone era. Like, that is an alarming stat. It's an impressive stat, and we bring it up. I don't think Giancarlo Stanton is impressing on the team that the only way we can win is with home field. It's what's the goal of 162? The goal of 162 is to have the best record in baseball. The goal of 162 is to win your division.
Right.
The goal of 162 is to put yourself in the best position possible come October. That's the only thing you control. You can't win October games in May, but you know what you can do in May? Put yourself in the best position to win in October. And that's all they're stressing. There's a value to the regular season. Go do it. Go win every game. They're 5-1. Keep it up.
Right.
Go run away and hide. Because if you do it, your reward isn't a guaranteed trip to the World Series, but you certainly have an advantage. So go make it happen. So I think you're just, I don't know.
I'm not trying to find the negative. I'm just saying.
Looks like you're trying to find the negative.
I don't think it's a negative what Sean is saying. I think he's saying it ultimately, if for whatever reason, I don't even want to mention whatever the reason is, the Yankees don't have home field in any postseason series. Don't let that become automatically. Your thought process can't be, well, we're going to lose this series because we always lose.
Right. I don't think the players feel that way. It's something we talk about.
I know.
Honestly, I don't hear it much elsewhere either. It's just something we've brought up and been like, wow, it's kind of crazy. But if like it's an automatic, they need home field.
But if the leaders like Giancarlo are going to stress the importance, I like that. But I just want to make sure the messaging is maintained in that it's not a letdown if you don't get to that part of the goal.
888-808-1019, the number. Let us go to... booing Jack Hughes. Jeez. All right. Let's go to Brendan in Jersey City. What's up, Brendan?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
All's good.
Good.
So I'd like to revisit Sean's point on Jack Hughes.
Go ahead.
I mean, I know hockey isn't a focal point of the show, but Rangers fans do not agree with anything he's...
Say it one more time. Ranger fans do not agree with what Sean Morash is saying. Is that your point?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, you're one Ranger fan, so you as a Ranger fan don't agree with him. I'd have to poll the entire community, but you are saying you don't agree with Sean Morash. I can't say every Ranger fan because I haven't talked to every Ranger fan.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is, since you're buddies with him now, can you text Boomer and ask him if you were at Yankees opening day, would you cheer Jack Hughes when he throws out the first pitch?
All right, I'll text him. The New Jersey Peddlers chimed in.
Excuse me?
New Jersey Peddlers.
Don't let these tools sway you. As usual, your take is spot on. No self-respecting Rangers fan would do anything but boo his ass back to Jersey.
Oh, come on.
Telling you, the Yankees create a controversy tomorrow.
Do not boo. You can boo all you want.
Let's go to Joe in Queens. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Ev. Tiki, what's up, guys?
All's good, dude.
Hey,
What's
Ev,
up?
this is for you. I just want to know if you're looking forward to Joe B's rant Saturday morning, and if so, can you give me a prediction and your best impression on what he's going to say?
What's the
Thanks.
rant?
I'll hang up the listening, guys.
About the Met Bats.
Oh, right.
Here's why
But you have a game in between.
You have two games in between.
Right. So what if they score 8 runs
That
in
was
2 days?
that was going to be my answer.
Yeah.
Like I think if the Mets struggles continue in San Francisco and they're 3-5 and their offense continues to show LD qualities, the rant will be focused on and this freaking boy genius who's smarter than everybody. It'd be focused on that. But I hold out hope as a Met fan that they win the next 2 games. And instead, it's a much more, like, hey, team's playing well. We got this figured out here. So we still got 2 games. That's the beauty of baseball. The beauty of baseball is because you play every day, there's always a chance to change the narrative. The problem is, for me, I can't speak for Joe because he'd have a tough time staying up for these games. I stay up for these games. And the last thing you want to do is stay up until freaking midnight and watch the LD offense do nothing. Like, it is infuriating.
Right.
So
Even if you get a great pitching performance.
Oh, God. If you lose in, bad fashion, take the loss yesterday.
Yeah.
On the misread pop-up where Carson Benj looked like a rookie.
Yeah.
And that ball drops in. Obviously, the offense does nothing. They have 3 straight innings with a runner on second and nobody out. They can't score.
Yeah.
I want you to imagine if that was midnight. Imagine that. Like
you got to go to bed.
No. I'd be Ricoing and I'd be upset.
Yeah. Anyone other than you.
Oh, okay.
Every other Met fan.
We wouldn't be able to understand him on his mic anyway.
Right. You got to go to bed. And the only thing you can do, you're going to bed mad. And that doesn't make you sleep well.
It makes it worse.
Yes.
100%. I was annoyed they lost
You're
yesterday.
Not satisfied.
No. I was annoyed they lost yesterday. When that happens at midnight, you're more annoyed. That's what I mentioned on Tuesday, I think it was, to Yankee fans when we were talking about Aaron Boone's managerial decisions. I said, look, I get it, bro. Like, if you stayed up past midnight and Paul Blackburn has given up the game-winning run, I get why you're annoyed. So that's the danger of the next 2 days.
Right.
A lot of bad moods may be on the horizon. David in Maplewood, New Jersey. Hey, David.
Hey, good. Happy holidays, guys.
What's up, dude?
Listen, you're so spot on about the chemistry of the Knicks. I mean, you can't have Brunson and Cat on the floor at the same time. Now, how do you go about changing the starting lineup without some of these players blowing the gasket, without being taken out?
First of all, the starting lineup change I would make is not putting Towns or Brunson on the bench, because ultimately they have to play together.
They're your best players, your best scorers. You need them.
And they're ultimately going to win an NBA title. They got to figure it out. So what I would do is, and there's varying opinions, I would add another guard on the court. I'd put Deuce McBride in the starting lineup once he's ready for it. But as you've countered, and I think it's a good idea too, and that is going double big and starting Mitchell Robinson.
Right. Well, the challenge is that you shrink, especially if Cat's not going to play around the perimeter like he hasn't been as of late. You really clog the lane. And so there's many ways to do this. One is to put your shooters out there, and that allows Cat to be freer. But at the same time, if teams are going to give you a size advantage and Cat can just dominate in the paint like he did yesterday against the Grizzlies and just go steal 20 points a game in the paint, do that. Why make it harder? Why shoot from range when you can just score 20 in the paint? It's a dynamic that I think Mike Brown is going to struggle with. This is why when you asked this question a week ago, or whenever you ask it, what the story would be if the Knicks get knocked out, to me it's going to be coaching, because I think coaching can fix this problem or mitigate it a little bit. But ultimately, they got to figure out how to play well together, and Mike Brown's going to be the one that's going to help that happen.
That's his biggest job, and so far he hasn't done it. We'll continue the conversation with you in a few minutes, 888-808-1019. And I mentioned yesterday, I don't like April Fool's Day. I don't find it funny, but I have to give credit where credit is due. Maybe the funniest April Fool's joke I heard. We'll give it to you coming up. It's Evan and Tiki until the Carton Show at 2.
This portion of the program is sponsored by St. Joachim and Ann Nursing Rehabilitation Center. It is also sponsored by New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic and Safety, sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? St. Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-714-4800. That's 718-714-4800.
Texting and driving? Big risk, big consequences. You risk traffic tickets, fines, and if you crash and injure someone, you could even go to prison. Pay attention or pay the price. Brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you get the books of Western One Sports. The Pistons host the T-Wolves, and I think defense will be on display just like their last meeting. They played last week, and the final was 109-87. Cade Cunningham's absence for Detroit has forced them to be even better defensively, and they have, ranking number 4 in the NBA since his injury. In that same span, Minnesota is the number 1 rated defense. They had been missing Anthony Edwards for the past 2 weeks. He's questionable to play tonight. Whether or not he plays, I like the under. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Egg-splosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Batteries Plus presents Power Ballads.
If you run a business in any industry, the last thing you need is some dead batteries. We gotta
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, Precision Cooking, Effortless Results, ChefIQ.com. Evan alluded to this earlier today. The Mets begin a series out in San Francisco at 9:45. David Peterson takes on Robbie Ray. It's the Rangers hosting the Canadians at 7 and the Devils hosting the Capitals at 7:30. And there is no local NBA this evening. A light night, as they like to say.
There is an appealing basketball game tonight. I know that regular season basketball in the final few weeks may not be that exciting to you, but Lakers Thunder.
Yeah,
and the Lakers have played very well recently and are starting to become like this threat, or it like feels like maybe they're a threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So it's a regular season game, but nice little late night game.
And if you haven't paid attention, it's not LeBron. It's really not LeBron's team anymore.
No, it's definitely not.
It's morphed into Luka's team.
Luka, definitely. And I think J.J. Redick's done a heck of a job
it's
creating that transformation.
It's interesting because the Lakers right now feel like a championship contender with what you said as LeBron being more of a supporting piece, which makes sense. He's in his 40s, like naturally.
But he also had a chase down block the other day.
No, he's still contributing.
Right.
And that's what I referred to this a few weeks ago about Judge, where if Aaron Judge wins a World Series and he's like batting 7th and he's hanging on, like, would you still feel, well, he got his ring.
Right.
Like,
well, he also, in this analogy that we're throwing with LeBron, it'd be like, yeah, he hit, 3 home runs in the postseason.
Right. Right.
He hit like 250. He was all right.
Right.
But not great.
But
good enough in moments.
And the reason I bring this up about LeBron, because he is like the ultimate legacy debate guy. Like, if the Lakers did win the NBA title, and I don't think they will, by the way, but let's say they did, is it almost going to be during LeBron debates? Well, that last title, he was the second or third piece.
I don't think you can bring it up to surpass the Jordan, lead that he has.
Right, because Jordan was the guy in all of 6 of his championships. That's why LeBron James is in this world right now. And I'm not like a LeBron hater or a LeBron lover. I'm like an ILBO, an independent LeBron James observer.
Yeah.
I think I got that right.
That's right.
LJO. I'm an ILJO. I'm an independent LeBron James observer. Like, your view on him is set.
Right.
That's the way I look at people. If you think he's the greatest of all time, nothing will change that. If you think he's an overrated stat patter, nothing will change that.
Well, that's not true.
Well, that's what Craig says, so I'm referring to him.
I don't think
his view won't change.
You don't even care about the stats with LeBron.
Yeah, I think it's something you'll talk about when his career is over, but right now it doesn't matter. But either way, 9:30 tonight, that's an Amazon Prime game. So if you're looking for a way to keep your attention while waiting for the Met game, that game starts 15 minutes earlier. So having 2 games on is like a big help. That's one of I have a few kind of tricks for getting through West Coast games. One is starting the game late on DVR so you can skip commercials. And the other is putting multiple things on that you care about.
Right.
Now, I don't like April Fool's Day. I don't find it very funny. But yesterday, I got to give credit where credit is due. The Washington Wizards ran an April Fool's joke on an innocent fan that I found hilarious. And I'll set it up for you, and then you can listen to it. Basically, they got a guy on the court, and they're like, look, you're going to be blindfolded, and you got to make a half-court shot. And if you make the half-court shot, you get this crazy prize. So you can imagine he clearly misses the half-court shot, but because he's blindfolded, they tell him he made it. And then they show him the replay where he gets to see that he missed the shot. Take a listen.
For $10,000. Oh, my.
So it went off the top of the backboard and went away. But listen to this. They're celebrating. Somebody's rich.
The mascots are going crazy. The contestants going crazy. The crowd is going crazy. Jackson, oh my gosh. You didn't see it. We all saw it. You want to see it?
Yeah.
All right, take a look at the screen for the replay.
Show it to him.
Crazy.
He's looking, and he's like,
Go up with it right here.
Is it showing
and
it?
You see how it just doesn't, it doesn't actually go in.
I mean,
Bro.
Sorry, bro. Bruh.
I'm not gonna lie, sir. I really hate April Fool's Day. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious.
They got everybody in the arena to buy in to follow. Oh, that's kind of cool.
They said, and I think that, I don't know if they ever announced what was going to happen. It was more implied, like, yeah, play along.
Right.
And so this poor guy thinks he won $10,000, and it's an April Fool's joke. And again, I hate April Fools, but I got to commend the Washington Wizards.
Did they give him something at least?
Yeah, they gave him the job he already had, Evan, because this idiot fell for it. I mean, Tiki.
What do you mean?
The guy works for the team.
Oh, don't tell me that. No.
I am stunned.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay, first of all, the moment I saw this morning, the acting was obvious. You knew that everybody was in on it.
It wasn't obvious. I watched the whole thing. That's why I pulled it for the show.
Hold on, Sean, he worked for the team?
Yeah, and the Wizards had to come out. I can't believe they did do this for people like Evan who couldn't grasp the fact, because Barstool put this out last night because they fell for it.
Yeah.
It was so obviously badly acted. And here's the Wizards announcement. We apologize for last night's April Fool's joke. Again, Barstool helped make this go viral. that left many wondering if we had misled a fan. The skit involving our mascot and other members of our performances team was scripted and intended to celebrate the day. All participants were in on the joke, but I guess we missed the mark. Our fans are our priority, and we continue to be committed to providing a positive experience to attend our games.
Wait, so were people pissed off about this?
Well, people thought that this kid got screwed. The kid works for the team. He was acting the whole thing out. That's how he missed it so dramatically.
Bro, there's so many things now that I'm
because
annoyed
if you're
about.
blindfolded, think about this. If you're blindfolded and you're not a basketball player, you have no idea how far it is to shoot from half court. You have no idea.
Well, in fairness,
I think most people wouldn't get it halfway there.
Yeah, but this guy got it off of the top of the backboard.
I know. That's because he knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. He knew he was launching it over. He was in on everything, Evan.
Well, no, hold on. That part you guys are wrong about. He's still blindfolded attempting a half-court shot.
Evan, did you even watch the video?
When was the last time you were on a basketball court? If I put you on a basketball court, you would have no idea how far it is.
No, I would try to just push the basketball as far as I could. Like, that would be what I would do. If you blindfolded me at Barclays Center and you position me where, okay, the hoop is this way, and you're not, like, spinning me around, because obviously that would be unfair. You blindfold me, I would just launch it as far as I could. And, of course, it wouldn't go in, but I think it would be at least somewhat adjacent to the basket.
Go watch the video.
I watched the video.
Did you see the blindfold? It's not even like on tightly. The whole thing is like a mess.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure he could see out of one of his eyes what he was doing.
I'm just surprised people are upset that they're upset that it was not real.
I think people don't like a regular person being taken advantage of money. I think that's what it is.
They felt bad that he was promised that money.
$10,000.
That's why I asked why didn't they just, hey, as a consolation prize, here's $1,000.
No, so what they did is, and I cut the clip off because I didn't think it was important, they gave him an autographed jersey. So they gave him something, just not the $10,000.
I think that was supposed to. Yeah, but I think that was the joke, too. Like, who wants an autographed Wizards? You know what I mean?
Well, it depends who it is.
Who was it?
I didn't get to that part.
Yeah.
Boy, you are in the weeds on everything with this. I'm annoyed for two reasons. Number one, I really thought it was real. I mean, you're acting like holier than thou now, like, oh, it's such bad acting.
If it wasn't real, they wouldn't have put out a statement.
No,
I mean, if it was real, they would have.
Well, obviously, the statement tells me it isn't real. I'm annoyed it wasn't real. I did fall for it. I admit it. I thought it was real. And then, to your point,
so you
the
just
idea.
got April Fools by an April Fools?
I think I did. Yeah.
The whole thing was an April Fool's joke on the crowd.
Yeah, now I'm annoyed by that.
That was my interpretation. Because the crowd's watching it thinking it's happening, I guess is my point. If you're in the arena, you're April Fools that a guy just got tricked out of $10,000, not the fan.
Yeah, it's just like us.
So the fan is not April Fooled. It's you as the audience.
The
is
audience.
April Fooled.
And everyone on social
everybody
media.
on social media
like
is
myself.
April Fooled.
Yes.
Yeah, and here we are talking about it. And so it was this viral social moment that worked.
Yes.
So good job, Wizards.
Good job, Wizards.
Well, if that's
apologize if you want to. Nobody's going to remember the apology. They're just going to remember the April Fool's
It's
joke.
a good job by the Wizards if they wanted attention.
That's some
I am
waggery right
annoyed that, A, it wasn't real, and I'm really annoyed that people felt the need to complain about it so that they had to admit it. Because here's the thing.
I don't think people complained about it.
Oh, you think they planned on putting the statement out?
Yes.
Oh, that annoys me too. I'm annoyed by that.
Yes.
They might have.
Because if they never told you it was a work, would you have known it was a work?
I knew right away when watching it.
No, you didn't.
Evan, the first time I saw
No, you didn't. You're just saying that now.
Jesus, Evan, don't tell me what I didn't know. I sat on the train this morning and
upset.
prepared for the show.
Yeah.
Barstool tweeted out the video. I watched the video and I laughed. I'm like, what idiots believe this is real?
No, you
I
didn't say
had
that.
no idea you were going to play this on the show
I
today.
believe you.
Kiss my
Evan, I swear to you, I have no reason to lie. And another reason my antenna was up was yesterday was littered with terrible April Fool's jokes. And let's be honest, I fell for one.
Did you? Which one did you fall
Now,
for?
it was a week-long joke where they announced it yesterday after our show. The bunch of crunch machine into the popcorn that I gave you yesterday.
That wasn't really.
It was a bunch of crunch April Fool's joke. They ran a week-long gag and revealed yesterday it was a April Fool's joke. I told you guys like gospel it was
You
true.
did tell me that. I'm going to a movie theater today. I'm so excited.
And that's how
I'm glad
I
I
felt for
didn't
that.
react to it because I don't buy into that, and
Right.
I'm not experienced enough to buy into it. So I'm glad I didn't respond and get fooled as well.
Probably because I wanted it to be real because I love that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I bought into it, and maybe my antenna was up, and that's why I have no problem calling you an idiot because I've fallen for him. It was the whole acting was so bad.
You're spiking the football on me. It was not obvious.
Now I
was
gotta
fooled by it.
watch this.
Yeah, go watch the video. I was fooled by it. Like, you're acting like I'm an idiot and you're so smart.
Dude,
what do you want from me?
Do you think half those kiss cam things are real in stadiums?
No, I think some of them are fixed.
I think most of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. These in-game operations, they do a good job. These teams, almost all of it is a ruse.
On an unrelated
Do you
note,
think the sausage race or the pizza race at Citi Field's real?
Now you're insulting me. Of course I know that's real. Why would you say that? I'm just kidding. I know it's rigged.
I would love to race that guy.
I know. The freeze in Atlanta?
Yeah.
You do a great job. We wanted to race last year in the Citi Field race, and it was about to happen. And then I forget what, like legal got involved or something?
No, because they're employees. Same thing.
Yeah, it had to do with like
the characters. They're all employees.
Gotcha.
And so there's a liability being a non-employee.
Yeah, it was like a done deal. It was all set for us to run in that race, and at the last second, they're like, no, you're not an employee. You can't do it.
Talk about an epic work. We had one.
We
worked
had
out for you.
We had such a work planned on that race that should we tell people? No, I can't do it.
It's just
we
let them,
can't do it because
just let them be disappointed by the Mets.
You're such a jackass.
I heard Francisco Lindor did not want us to do it.
Maybe. I'll leave it at this. If we ever run the race, this will happen, and it will blow people's minds. That's all I'll say. Like the work that's planned. Triple H will take notes. That's how good this work is. Oh, one last thing. I have a new favorite candy.
Do you?
I do. And that takes a lot for me to have a new favorite candy. Reese's Sticks. Have you had the Reese's Sticks?
They're similar to Kit Kats.
They are. They're similar to Kit Kats. It's chocolate, peanut butter, and crispy wafers. It's this. I'm showing you a picture, Tiki.
It looks the same.
It's a Reese's Stick.
Dude,
so it's like a stick.
Oh,
and then
got
it's
it.
like basically double Kit Kat.
But it does look like a Kit Kat.
Oh, it's so good. It's fluffier than a Kit Kat.
Oh.
So I'm a huge fan, and I
like softer, like not as hard.
Like it melts in your mouth. Like you take a bite and it just explodes in your mouth, and it tastes amazing.
Clip that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
What's
been
the texture like? A little sticky?
No, not sticky at all. Actually, it's like a wafer. Oh, I get you. You just you guys are something else. I work with children.
You did it to me earlier today.
They say Tiki works with the children. I work with the children. Either way, Reese's Sticks, my new favorite candy. I'm so excited because I have it every day now. And that's despite people saying that I've lost a lot of weight recently.
Yeah, I don't think you should be having a Reese's Sticks every day.
Every day's too much?
Yes.
It's just once a day. I'm not doing anything else that's crazy.
Okay, that's your only treat you have throughout the day?
I think so. Yeah, I have a normal breakfast. I have the Reese's Sticks. I have a normal lunch. I eat a regular dinner. Like, I'm not chowing all day.
It's just a little snack.
Are you having the sticks at the movie today?
Well, then it would be twice a day because I've already had my sticks.
You already had, you knew you were going to the movies today? You already had your candy?
Yeah.
When did you have your candy?
So
5:30.
I went and I stopped at like the Chestnut Market. You know the Chestnut Market?
No.
That's like the place at the gas station.
Oh, okay.
Chestnut Market.
I don't go to gas
So I
stations
stopped there to put some air in my tire. Oh, that's right. You don't go to
That's
gas
like that's such a weird concept, but Tiki doesn't. That's so true.
It's amazing. So I stopped there to put air in my tires, and I had to go in. Like, let me get some breakfast. So I got like a bagel with eggs, and I saw that Reese's stick sitting there, and I was like,
I got a bagel with eggs, and then I saw the Reese's stick sitting there and said, oh, my God, I got to have this, and I'm going
Breakfast
to the
of
movie.
champions.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
You're a pig today. And you're going to Yankee Stadium for ice cream tomorrow.
What do you want me to do? I don't. What are you attacking me for?
Just follow my lead. You know I'm a very healthy individual. Just follow my lead.
Okay, what does that mean?
Just put the candy down. You don't need that.
The candy at the Chestnut store, at the at the movie theater.
Movie theater down, no candy. You want your candy, put it on a lettuce wrap.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do any candy today. I'm just there to watch a movie.
You're lying. Right at your teeth. I can see it.
Am I?
Yes, you are. You know it.
What about popcorn?
You can have the popcorn.
All right. Let's go to Sal in Brooklyn. Hey, Sal.
Gentlemen, good afternoon. Hoping all is well.
Appreciate
it. Hey, Tiki, with that great American hero who was booed, you forget the 1960 Olympics, Muhammad Ali wins gold.
Yes.
And yet he was booed.
That was different.
Don't worry about Jack Hughes. If Ranger fans feel like booing him, let them boo him, man.
Yeah.
This guy's not.
That's true.
He's not walking on water, man. That's it. Let fans do what they got to do. That's it. But don't forget Ali, the greatest of all time.
True.
Enjoy the day, boys.
People forget Muhammad Ali because whenever someone says
it's Muhammad Ali,
I'll tell you how. Can I give you an example?
Go ahead.
Whenever people say, and I only get mad at older people who say this because younger people probably don't know or they don't care about history. Whenever older people say, I don't like when you mix sports and politics, I'm like, and what do you think of Muhammad Ali? Because if you like Muhammad Ali and you love Muhammad Ali, then you're probably a hypocrite. If you don't and you don't know who he is, then that's fine. Like, it's fair game. But I always find that interesting because Muhammad Ali was hated in this country.
Because of politics.
Because he said, I'm not going to Vietnam.
Right.
He said, I'm not doing it. I can't quote him because it's just, I can't quote him, put it that way. But I know his quote about what he said about that.
Just look it up.
Google it, all right? But Muhammad Ali was hated for a big part of his life. And then obviously the view on him changed is because history kind of made you look at things differently. And so I just think people are hypocritical when they say that. If you're young, it's like not hypocritical because you don't know. And if you don't know, it doesn't even make you ignorant. It's just, you don't know. Right. Okay, you didn't live it. But, yeah, my dad used to tell me that all the time about Ali. He's like, they won't tell you he was hated by most of the country. And now it's, he's the greatest. We love Muhammad Ali. We never said a bad word about him. You did. You said a lot of bad words about it. There's a bunch of things that don't get talked about. Can I tell you something else since we're on a groove of the 60s?
Go ahead.
It disgusts me as an American, disgusts me that some of you people, and maybe you've apologized, so you moved on from it. What did you say to our troops when they came back from Vietnam? What did you say to them? You called them baby killers? Oh, okay. You booed them? Talk about booing. You admonished them? We treated our troops like such crap when they came back from a war that they didn't start, that they didn't get into. And nowadays, we got it right. When we talk about society today, how different it is, we got that right because we never treat our troops like crap. Right. Now, we need to protect them, and we need to take care of them when they come home. We don't do a great enough job of that. But in terms of the way we talk about them, we treat them a lot better than some of you people treated them in 1975 when you actually had the balls to tell somebody who went overseas in a war you disagreed with that wasn't started by them, and you called them baby killers? Shut your mouths. So that gets me all worked up.
I can tell.
Yeah, didn't we last week talk about animals and how long they live?
Yes.
Are you aware of the prank that went wrong yesterday? Speaking of these wizards,
what
pranks?
a transition.
It's a perfect transition.
People were upset yesterday when they found out that the world's oldest tortoise had died, Jonathan, and it turns out it was a major internet hoax. Do you know how old Jonathan is?
Wait, what was the
hoax was the report he died yesterday.
So Jonathan's alive.
Jonathan's alive, and people are upset that they even joked around about this.
And you're asking us how old he is.
Yes.
And what's your guess?
190.
190.
Okay, what's your guess, Evan?
I mean, a tortoise, he can't be older than 60.
193 years old.
No way.
Yep. Jonathan on the island of St. Helena or Helena?
Yeah.
Helena and the Galapagos.
193 years old, meaning he predates Major League Baseball.
Well, what year is 133 years ago?
So you just go 200 years from now and then add 7.
So you're talking about 1833? 33.
1833. Who was the president, Evan?
Hold on, I got to do my math. It was Andrew Jackson.
So when Andrew Jackson was president, little Jonathan comes out of his little tortoise mom's private parts, comes out into the Galapagos Islands.
No, this is not Galapagos. This
okay.
Wait, is it?
And he's been futzing around for 193 years?
Boy, I'm glad you asked me to name the president because that's what's really getting into my head. This guy, this little tortoise was born when Andrew Jackson was president?
That's crazy.
That's nuts to me.
Crazy. Think of everything he's not seen in his life that occurred during his life.
No, that's nuts. That's hard to believe.
How many vacationers have come and gone and have died and lived whole lives?
And how does he not die by accident? Like just, something happens. Someone falls on him. Like, I don't know. I mean, so much has gone on in 196 years that you would think just by accident he would die.
When he does die, I want his shell and I want to put it on the roof of my house to protect my house.
Oh, this is in the South Atlantic Ocean.
South Atlantic?
Yeah.
100. Would you even if you were a turtle, you don't experience steak or any of the good foods.
But he's still alive.
Yeah, would you want to live to 193?
I mean,
yes. Your life's got to be miserable.
But you move slow.
Right. That's a miserable existence.
That's why
for 193.
people who walk slow and live life comfortably live a long time.
But he doesn't understand HDTV. He doesn't have the NFL. 193, what's he doing?
I just want to make it clear that
he's a tortoise. He's eating leaves like this.
For 193 years, I'd look up at the heavens and go, Gary died 40 years ago. Can you take me?
I do commend you, though. You somehow took my very weirdly timed rant about the 1970s and the way we treated troops into talking about a tortoise that's been alive for 196 years.
And
So good job out of you.
And it's still alive and has not died.
Yeah, has not died. That was a prank. Listen.
That's a
Why
bad
would you
prank.
about that?
Yeah, I don't like that prank.
Yeah, I just thought listen, we got too serious there, and it tied into the show. We were talking about animal length of time, and we were talking about the Wizards prank, and I thought it was a good time to
All right, fair enough. Let's go to Mike in
Well done,
Williston
Sean.
Park. What's up, Mike?
Yes, I just wanted to say the fact that Evan, that you thought that Joe Schmo was tricked into thinking he won $10,000, and then they told him he lost it.
Yeah.
And you thought that was hilarious. It just shows what a douche you are.
Oh, come on.
You are a douche.
Because I thought that was funny?
Yeah, because you're not a working man. You don't know what it's like.
What does that mean? What does that mean? You don't know what that guy was doing. Like, you don't know if that guy's a millionaire to begin with. Then you'd find it funny if he wasn't a working man. I can't believe finding that story funny has made that guy think I'm a horrible person.
You're a schmuck.
He didn't say horrible person.
No, he said douchey.
Yeah.
But he kept out the Y, but I like to add the Y. And then he said I'm not a working person.
You just know how many Ricos you do.
I mean, if you don't want to consider this working because we talk on the radio and we talk about sports, I'll respect that. But I was a busboy for a few years. Actually, that's a lie. I got fired after like 6 appearances as a busboy.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess that one doesn't count.
That's bad.
Damn it.
Hygiene.
No, I was talking too much to the patrons.
Oh, also fits.
Yeah, that's not a surprise, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Not a working person. Am I not a working person because I talk into a microphone?
No, you work. You're not a blue collar.
No, I'm not. So you're telling me there's no one out there, a blue collar worker, just to question his point, because maybe he's right. What do I know? There's nobody who's a blue collar worker who said, hey, that's funny. That made me laugh that they thought this guy was going to win $10,000, but he really didn't. Like, we laugh at things. Come on now.
I don't even know if it was funny, though.
Well, that's a different story. He's suggesting I found it funny because I'm a heartless bastard.
Well, I think that April Fool's jokes should cause no harm, emotional or otherwise.
And this would have caused harm?
Yeah, of course.
If it were real.
If it were real.
You're probably
But
not.
I just watch it. I can see how you can tell it's fake.
Yeah.
Can you?
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to John in Syracuse. What's up, John? Hey,
Evan, you just picked the greatest candy bar. That is my go-to. I'm making deliveries all day long, and that is the Kit Kat, and even 10 times better than the Kit Kat, the Reese's stick.
I agree. And
I have a sweet tooth.
Yep.
And chocolate weakness. I probably gained 5 pounds in the last 2 months eating those damn things, driving around.
And what's amazing, John, is it feels like candies are very old school. Like, it's very tough to break through with a new candy.
Yeah.
Like, it's
almost impossible.
Yeah. This is a new candy. I don't know the year it was created. I guess we could do a deep dive at some point. To break through for me and for John, who is a blue-collar worker,
right,
and he loves that candy, that's a credit to Reese's.
Right.
I mean, you got to give him a lot of credit for that. That's a good job out of them. It really is. Lisa's up in Vermont. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, guys. I'm just calling in because I love the comment that you're making about the turtle. You know, in Finding Nemo, we found out that the young sea turtles are over 150 years old.
Ah, that's right. I almost forgot that.
But I didn't believe that. Like, I thought it was a movie. I didn't think it was real. Like, I take things with a grain of salt when I'm watching a Disney movie. You know what I mean?
Serious story was based on a true story.
By the way, can I ask you a random question? Because we're going to the Yankee game tomorrow. That was not based on a real story. Is it weird to eat a hot dog without mustard or ketchup?
No.
Nah. It's weirder to eat it cold out of the fridge. If it's hot, you can eat it with no condom.
Okay, because I told you I took Al Cintron to the Met game over the weekend.
Yeah.
And he was very nice. He's like, hey, can I get you something? And he got me a hot dog. And he said, do you want anything on it? And I said, nah, I'm good. And he thought that was weird. And he said, why do you not want something on it? And I said, well, I like mustard, but it's too cold. I got my scorebook. I'd rather not fiddle around with the mustard.
You don't want to drop the mustard on your scorebook.
Exactly. And I don't want to open it. Like, those little packages are tough. And then Al says to me, I'll put the mustard on for you. And I said, well, if you do that, I'm game.
Yeah.
And so he did that. But then he was telling me, I thought it was weird that you didn't want anything on your hot dog. And I'm like, even if I didn't want something on my hot dog.
I don't think that's weird.
I don't think it's weird.
I don't think it's weird. I've definitely had just raw hot dog. Well, you know what I mean? Nothing on them.
Right.
We need to wrap it. We're not wrapping it up. Not yet. Oh, damn it. You played the music. All right. I guess he controls when the show ends or not.
Raw dog and hot dogs.
Either way, we will be at Yankee Stadium tomorrow. We'll get you set for the Yankees home opener as they take on the Miami Marlins. So we'll be here at 10 a.m. If you've missed any of today's show, you could rewind it on the free Odyssey app. You could check out the entire show on the WFAN YouTube page, or you can download the Evan and Tiki podcast. So you have a lot of various options. The Carton Show is coming up next with Craig Carton and Big Mac. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., Yankee Stadium. We'll talk to you then.